Good evening all, how are we doing? Hope you're all well. Yep. Crikey, I'm smashing the place up already. Sorry about that. How we doing? Happy Friday. Already, again. They do go by fast. I'm all smudgy once again. How's everybody getting on? We've been enjoying a bit of Steel Dawn. But most of the day gathering footage for the videos, the weekend's video. Put those words in the right order. And then also chasing down treasure hunter mole miners. Managed to pick up about 40 mole miner pals today. Most of them the lowest tier, obviously, but still, decent run. Got a lot of legendaries as well. Again, mostly 1 stars and stuff, but got rid of the rubbish. Quite a lot of script out of it. How we doing, Rob? You know, how we doing? Libra, Steve, Plasman, hope you're well. Oh dear. Yeah, it's about halfway through, around about halfway through the Outer Worlds, that particular insurance agent, no bro. Turns out that insurance doesn't really protect you against very much. Just in case you get killed, but doesn't protect you against things like stupidity. Which would be kind of handy if it did. So, Steel Dawn. I'm thinking we might run through the Shelters questline first, and then jump back into Steel Dawn. From what I understand, it's very, very brief, the Shelters questline, and still need to pick that up. I mean, I must be signed in. I am signed in. Apparently the launcher's deciding to throw a bit of a wobbler. Wonderful. Off to a flying start. Not there anywhere, so it should work. Ah, there we go. We has life. Then Roger picked up the Outer Worlds. It was quite fun. Not massively my thing in some ways. The story was... It got a bit meh in the middle, and then picked up again towards the end, but... I don't know. Very, very Obsidian. How are we doing, Star? Alright. Evening, PC. Evening, George. Yeah, it was very, very much an Obsidian game. But it was also, combat-wise and stuff, it felt very samey as a lot of other things, so... Oh, it seems to be working now. So I had somewhat mixed feelings on it. That was cool. Spent your 1 day off working an 11-hour shift after your boss got taken in the hospital. So, that's a crap day then, Steve. Hope your boss is okay. Crikey. My back is giving out on me apparently tonight. There's anything unusual like that, but it is kind of agonising. Right, so, ready to roll. Don't never go at turning your frown upside down anyway. Managed to find one mole miner this afternoon, one treasure hunter mole miner who was totally invisible. I could see his shadow on the floor, but I couldn't actually see him, couldn't shoot him, he only seemed to be vulnerable to explosions and splash damage. But managed to take him out with grenades instead, and then, because he wasn't moving, fortunately, once I went over to where his invisible corpse was, the pop-up menu appeared for looting him, so turned out quite well. And I got a bloody 2-star out of it, 2-star assault rifle. It was not bad, actually. second effect on it was extra damage as well, so that was quite cool. Had the music off earlier, didn't I? Did. I was recording and I wanted to hear Treasure Hunter Mole Miners. Get it back on now. Also had a lot of visits from cryptids here lately. Several visits from a Mothman and a visit from a Flatwoods monster as well. Feel like it's a bit weird, right? Odd. Must be a streaming issue. For some reason it's killing off my frame rate, which it shouldn't be doing, really. I don't know why I've got the stream set up. A couple of notes on that. Good job nobody else needs to read that. Right. So, I think that's not the button I wanted, that's the one I wanted. Yeah, I'll do for now. Should be, grab a bit more ammo actually, should be about ready to go. Bit more, make sure I've got plenty on me. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. For some reason the frame rate was rolling along quite nicely at, well, quite nicely, at 80 odd earlier today, and now as soon as I'm streaming it's just dropped straight back down to barely managing 60. Very annoying. Oh well. So I'll have to look into that. I'm also rather close to being over encumbered at the moment, which is a bit of a challenge, courtesy of all the legendaries I picked up. I basically had to stop hunting for treasure hunter mole miners because I just couldn't carry the legendaries anymore. I wouldn't say it was like that on when it came out though, bro. It was a series of relatively small, well, a series of reasonable sized areas. It wasn't an open world game, but it was like several mini open worlds. But yeah, it certainly wasn't unduly restrictive or anything. Yeah, that's the problem. Like for me, Obsidian's serious is just kind of not fun. And yeah, it wasn't. It had its moments, but it wasn't particularly funny. Some really good characters in it. Some that were less impressive as well. I was just caught up with him. Yeah, that sucks. Why is the aircraft available to build in the bunker but not display cases? I have no idea. It's very, very strange. As far as I can tell, display cases should work inside shelters, so they've just deliberately not put them in for some reason, which is odd. I don't know why. I wouldn't say it was much like Borderlands, really. See where you're going with that, but it didn't feel anything like that. At least not to me, anyway. So, nearest train station's over here, isn't it? Is that even going to work? Probably not. Let's go to... You know what, I'm not. I'm going to go for this train station here, Sunnytop. because I think this will move me more in the right direction. How are you doing, Gray? Yeah, I want to pick up shelters, and then we'll head back to Fort Atlas and speak to Paladin Romani until we've cleared the ghouls out for the people at Lewis and Sons Farming Company. Lewis and Sons' cousin's family, who've taken over after his cousin didn't make it. So, there we go. A brand new Shelters Claim Centre poster. Visit the Appalachian Shelters Claim Centre today. Home of the future awaits. There we go. Well, related. Visit the Claim Centre. Where is the Claim Centre? Unless I'm very much mistaken. Yep. All the way up there at Vault 50, whatever number it is. So we'll head to Aaron Holt and run up the hill. I enjoyed watching it. Yeah. So it had its moments, but it just felt a bit samey more than anything to me. Yeah, Obsidian style and taste and stuff really doesn't do it for me. Vault on the map. Due north. Feels like it shouldn't be due north, but it is. Excuse me. Between a rock and nothing. I've got the right gun out just in case there's trouble. Here we go. Yeah, they haven't changed much out here from the look of it. Still the volleyball court for people setting up the vault. Rejig this from the way it was set up for nuclear winter. Repurposed it. Here we go. The entrance to the vault. Again, rather filled in. Covered all that's left of Vault 51, which is not very much. Shelters Claim Centre, however. A little bunker down here, apparently. Plastic, you say? Don't mind if I do. Like a pre-release promo streamers. Sure what you mean, no bro. Unless they're aiming to avoid spoilers before it comes out, which I wouldn't blame them for. From what I've seen, it looks good. Don't have to do the shelters on alts. Ooh. Got to check train stations, spend 20 minutes checking out the Aspen store to find the thing. Yeah, they won't be on the Aspen store yet anyway. They're supposed to come out on Tuesday, apparently. The other two shelters. The lobby, if you've got Fallout first, and the atrium for everyone. Jeff Gardner put that out on Twitter the other day. Yesterday, I think. Yeah, unlocks them at the atomic ship level, so they're unlocked for everybody. Yeah, that makes sense. Playing it as a tabletop game, that's cool, Steve. Yeah, from what I've seen, it looks pretty solid so far. It looks like it's well done and true to the lore, and there's a lot of crossover between the tabletop and the video game, which is cool. Sort of kept the art styles and things pretty tightly linked. So, whoop. We have a vault utility room with a Mr. Handy in it. Being frankly like a slightly beaten up version of what a lot of people are going to build. Probably the idea, give people a bit of inspiration. Yikes. I nicked this stuff. Wonderful, I can. Ooh, I wonder if we get this desk. Hope so, because I would like it. Beamer's hanging down. Always happy to have some whiskey. Only for the extra carry weight. Take that, unfortunately. Okay then, Mr. Clark.
Oh, a visitor. Oh, I thought this day would never come. I haven't had a visitor in ages. Welcome to the Appalachian Shelters Claim Center, visitor. I'm called Mr. Clark. It's my job to help eager new customers such as yourself Take your first step into the miraculous world of shelters. Oh, cursory analysis suggests you are likely here to... Goodness. Forgive my tone. I'm experiencing some memory issues. As I was saying, a bright-eyed visitor like yourself must be here to claim your free shelter today. Is that right?
I saw a poster at a train station that led me here.
There's nothing quite like a successful marketing campaign. Now that you're here, may I interest you in claiming a free shelter?
Questions first.
Naturally. Not to worry, visitor. I'm equipped to answer most basic questions from my customers. How can I help you today?
We got to say, what are shelters?
Shelters are expansions for your home. Each shelter is a unique interior that comes ready to be built in and decorated by its owner.
What are you doing here?
I was programmed to distribute shelters from this claim center, and I intend to do just that. I've been waiting for a customer like yourself.
Very different tone
for
from
ages.
Mr. Handy.
The apocalypse did put a bit of a damper on my sales projections, but with your arrival, it seems my troubles are over.
Yes, I can imagine it would do that. Anything about the vault outside?
That's Vault 51. I don't know much about it, I'm afraid. The vault was sealed along with the others in Appalachia, but only one person ever emerged. His name was Mr. Gill. He lived here for a while observing Vault 51. Something inside interested him. I believe he was investigating... I'm sorry. Most of my memories regarding Vault 51 are corrupted. I think Mr. Gill kept notes on the claim center terminal, if you'd like to know more.
Interesting. Other people been here?
A few over the years. Two of the scientists who were working on the shelters project before the war used this claim center to hide from the bombs. They left, in search of greener pastures once the blasts were over, and I never saw them again. The claim center was empty for a long time after that.
Guess they weren't good at programming the robots, otherwise they're taking them with them.
Ever been inside, aside from yourself, of course. Such a shame. So much good marketing gone to waste.
Okay.
Then on to more pleasant business, visitor. Are you interested in registering as a shelter owner and claiming your free shelter today?
Yes.
Splendid! Oh, before I can distribute your shelter to you, you'll need to register as a shelter owner. The terminal in the back will guide you through it. Once you've finished registering, return to me, and I'll distribute your free shelter to you.
But that's what the Vault Boy is pointing at. It's going to make me get up to use it. That's a pity. Oh dear. Yeah, I thought the server's been a bit janky today. Maybe I just got unlucky. It's a dodgy server. Anyway, we'll wait on that. An underground bar with an office bedroom and workshop in the entrance area, so it's for things in unit half budget. Nice. Always a good step in the right direction then. That's the idea. Tried it early on, but haven't done more recently, Lobro. Fair enough. Yeah, there's a new handbook out recently, Cyberpunk Red, from what I understand. It also links in some ways to the game as well. It's the furthest forward in time of the tabletop games, anyway. And Brotherhood Steve, nice. Yeah, the wet patch isn't ideal. I did see somebody today whose shelter managed to get the floors going from wall to wall. No gaps down the side either, which is promising. I was quite happy about that. Shelters Information Hub. Okay. Basic information. Expansions for your camp that come ready to be customised. A perfect sanctuary for industrious architects and Those who want a little peace and quiet from the dangers of Appalachia. Whether you're interested in building gravity-defying structures with our relaxed workshop restrictions, decorating a new home with the finest furniture Appalachia has to offer, or rigging out mechanical mazes full of traps to stave off home invaders, Shelters has something for you. Building shelters. A bit different to building in Appalachia. In order to give customers total control over the shelters, we've chosen to alter some workshop restrictions. You can take advantage of relaxed snapping and support restrictions to build mind-bending structures, or discard gravity altogether and place things in mid-air. Those seeking a more traditional building experience, snapping rules can be enabled at any time in the workshop. Note that some categories like food, water, allies and resources are currently unavailable. Currently. It's promising. Although slightly annoying. Well, at least we could have is the sink, because how are you supposed to build a kitchen with a sink? Shocking. Mind you, our kitchen options are pretty terrible already. Shelter entrances. You receive your first shelter entrance when you register as an owner. It can be placed in your camp used to access your new home. Each shelter comes with each shelter you own comes with an entrance. You can build multiple entrances to any of your shelters. Shelter entrances can be placed in your Appalachian camp or inside of other shelters to create a daisy chain effect. One way of putting it. You can lock your shelter entrances for privacy while building, or leave them unlocked for visitors. Please note that locked shelter entrances can be picked. The shelter's claims center accepts no responsibility for theft of personal belongings. Not that that'll be an issue. Socializing. The shelters claim center understand your desire to entertain in your home. Shelters have no maximum occupancy limit. Invite as many friends and neighbours as you'd like to pop in for a visit. But that means it's however many you can cram onto the same server then, basically. They could even stop by while you're out for a stroll in Appalachia. So long as you have a shelter entrance in your camp, visitors can enter it and explore. Shelters fully support team building, so you can collaborate with your teammates to construct an underground hideaway of your dreams. That's quite cool. Dweller on dweller violence. You can engage combat with other dwellers while inside a shelter. If you attack someone inside a shelter, then return to Appalachia, you will retain your hostile status. The reverse is also true. If you attack someone in Appalachia and then retreat into a shelter, your hostile status will remain. In the unlikely event that you're killed inside a shelter, your belongings will be returned to you. That's cool. I did wonder about that, people using them to trap people and just take all their hard farmed junk, but that's not going to be an issue apparently, which is cool. Shelter's claim center takes no responsibility to damages to property or personal injuries occurred in a shelter. Find your friends. I believe teamwork is key to success in Appalachia. We've made it easy to locate your teammates' shelter, so you'll always know where to find them. Simply open your map. Teammates have unlocked shelter entrances in the camp. They'll be visible to you. Travel to their camp first, and then access the shelter via their entrances. To exit, via the door. If you have business to attend to in Appalachia, you can use your shelter's built-in entrance to return to the surface. If you ever get stuck inside your shelter or another dweller's shelter, you can always exit using your map. Travel expenses incurred will be identical to the amount you pay to travel from the camp you started in to your intended destination in Appalachia. Makes sense. Cool. Registration program and communication logs. Okay. Register new owner. Nice and easy. Communications log. That. 2102. Okay. So apparently they're in reverse order as usual. So sales pitch. Jameson, now the system's functional, we need to iron out the sales pitch. Marketing like shelters, the home of the future. We have some posters made to advertisers. Make sure Harold's bot learns the phrase too, since it'll be interacting with customers. A couple of the guys from management will be making a trek out here to see the claim centre soon. Hang tight for now, make sure the bot's keeping the place clean. Swear. 26th, so 3 days after the bombs. Anyone out there? Anyone left on the network? This is Jameson at the Appalachian Claim Center. Something crazy happened out there, some kind of attack. I can't get in touch with my family or any of the office landlines. Please tell me someone's out there to get this. Me and another engineer are down here with our Claim Center's bot. We're going to stay inside as long as we can, at least until the phones are up and running again. Hopefully this will blow over soon. Trying again on the 13th of November. Bot says the network's still operational, but there's been radio silence since last month. Appalachia's toast. We haven't seen any signs of life in weeks. I'm not sure how much longer we can hang on here. Tried to find a way into Vault 51, but it's locked up tight. Even its communications network is inaccessible from the outside. I still haven't heard from my family. At this point, I guess it's pretty obvious why not. Anyone who's out there, I hope they've had better luck. Jameson. Moving on the 12th of January. No, 1st of December. Just the date's backwards. We can't stay here. It's getting bitterly cold, and I'm having bad luck finding food. This will be my last message on the Claim Center network. If you see this, come find us. Our names are Jameson Grillo and Aaron Brady. We're going to follow the Potomac south, hopefully towards a warmer climate. I feel bad about leaving Mr. Clark, but he refuses to desert his post. Hope the poor guy won't turn into rust waiting for customers who aren't coming. See you out there. So, headed towards DC then. Likely ended up dying from radiation somewhere out there. Been left Appalachia towards DC just after the bombs had dropped. Excuse me. So, 30th of October 2102. That's a few years later. Test 1. Can you hear me in there? Network unreachable. That is a 30th of October 2102. So 20 days later. Vault 51 internal network is unavailable. You don't have appropriate clearance to reach the network. Test 2. Can you hear me now? And that was in July. And the same day, network interference detected. Fault internal network unavailable. Don't have appropriate clearance to reach it. And automated Vault-Tec system message. Analyzing unfamiliar network activity. Success. Analysis complete. Detected human activity on this network. Greetings, new overseer candidate. Please proceed to Vault 51 to begin the overseer selection process. So, Zax has seen somebody's efforts to get through to their network and brought them inside to continue his experiments on them. So, Ruben's notes. Password required, which I don't have. Hunt for the password if there is one. Find this Ruben fellow corpse, presumably, out in the... Not here, which I'm going to guess it's not. Yeah. Mr. Gill's safe. Mr. Gill, Ruben Gill, his corpse is somewhere out in Appalachia. I vaguely remember seeing it. I've got a feeling it's not far from Vault 76. So if you can actually find that, then perhaps he's now got a key on him that'll open his safe there, and presumably the password that'll give access to that terminal. Yeesh, the frame rate.
It looks like you've successfully registered as a shelter owner. Congratulations, visitor. A marvelous new world of home expansion awaits. I'll distribute your free shelter to you, along with some materials to build your shelter's entrance, as a personal thank you for being my customer. Before we part ways, visitor, is there anything else I can help you with?
Do you know the password to access his notes on the terminal?
I'm afraid not. Mr. Gill was quite paranoid about things like that. He kept his effects in a locked safe and always carried the key on him. If he wrote down the password, he likely locked it in there.
Oh, there we go. Nothing else I need to know
Then
then.
allow me to extend a warm Shelter's Claim Center farewell to you, along with my thanks for being my first customer. Enjoy your new home, visitor.
There we go. Few useful bits and pieces. Did I get notes there? No, I didn't. I just had them on. That's fine. So, find the key. I wonder if that's actually on the marked on the map. It is. It's at the isolated cabin. Nice. Go find the key then, Joel. Favorite dystopian future tabletop was underground. Yeah. To be honest, in terms of that sort of thing, I never really got much into it. Briefly played a bit of D&D, but about as far as I got. And even that didn't end particularly well. Oh, 51 Overseer. Shelter building supplies. Need more supplies to keep building a shelter. Wood, steel, screws, gears, copper. There's his key. His checklist. Distract him. Stash the rest of the supplies. Jump in the other crate. Pray to God I survive. Kill anyone. Find anyone from Vault 76. Kill Zax. Crazy computer in 51. Where his body used to be out in the open is somewhere sort of over there. Let's go. Yeah, true, how it in? So, we'll bomb back up here. Pick the safe out. Everything I've ever done for Cyberpunk, but he can't tell the story to save his life. That's unfortunate. Yeah, if I figure it out, Melinda, I definitely will be covering that. Oh yeah, I took a load of pictures of that Flatwoods monster I need to review. Yeah, if I could figure out how to get them to go side to side and stuff and do something cool with it, I will. It'll probably be next week though. And think about doing another build in here at that point. Passwords. There we go. Bobby pin, stim pack. He had a combat knife in that. I'm not interested in. Nice. Yeah, options for collections are definitely something we're needing, but it's something they're aware of, so I'd imagine they've got plans for it going forward. I'd be surprised if they didn't. Yeah, the patch of water will come through the floors, unfortunately. There's not much you can do about it. It works more like a light shining from the ceiling than an actual object on the floor, so... It was the same in Fallout 4 with some things. Couldn't get rid of them no matter how much you try, because they're actually like light rather than actual textures. They look like textures, but they're more like light. For Brotherhood Armory and Command Center. Yeah, power armor displays are definitely being worked on, so I'm not sure what's taking so long. Probably getting pushed back in favour of other more important things, which is the same with perk loadouts. Being pushed back and back because I've got to focus on other things. Cyber generation. Nanite superpowered teenagers fighting against Megacorps. That's pretty cool. Reminds me a little bit of the first Deus Ex game. How you doing, Ratty Star? You alright? Oh, did I hit one on the other way around? Oh well. Never mind. Doesn't surprise me much. Like the implication that Reuben 1 nuclear went with a combat knife. Yeah, I kind of like that as well, actually. I do. Sneak up on an injured second player who's in second to last place and stick him with it. Why not? This character's build, if you're asking, Ratty, is automatic handmaids, basically. And I've got a shotgun just because I've got the spare perks for it. Evening, Gubby. How you doing? So, number one. Well, here I am. I've only been out of that damn vault a week and already back at its front door. Gives me the creeps knowing it's right there, but I'm going to get back in. It'll pay off to... If I'm going to get back in, it'll pay off to have a base this close. I thought this was some kind of Vault-Tec control center for watching us in 51. Joke's on me, I guess. Some kind of dumb real estate project with the world's most annoying marketing bot running it. Just why I like to get stuck with another stupid robot. Now the terminal's working again. I guess I'm out of excuse to put off trying to reach Vault 51 network. Here goes nothing. Turns out 51's network is protected with a crazy firewall that I can't get past. Guess that's probably to be expected. Still, I think going through the network is probably my best shot at getting back in. I know from experience that there's no way out through the walls. All I can do is keep trying. I think the marketing bot might be helpful. Maybe I can use its internal network to contact 51. Gotta get this done quick and move the hell on. I'm having trouble sleeping knowing that 51's right outside. It makes me think too much. Sat outside and watched Vault 51 for a long time today. Hours, I guess. Time doesn't mean much these days. Surprisingly peaceful from out here. Almost beautiful. All my hacking attempts have been unsuccessful so far. The 51 network's locked up tight. It makes me wonder if any of the messages we sent from inside ever actually made it out. Probably not. Finally gathered enough supplies that I can start doing real work on the terminal. Mr. Clark got all up in arms about me tampering with a confidential network, but he can't stop me. I just want to end this. Well, it worked. I got into the 51 network a few days ago. Wish I felt relieved, but the message I got back made me nervous. It wasn't all automated. I haven't slept since. Mr. Clark has been complaining of memory issues since I got that message from the 51 network. His speech patterns keep changing too. I thought it was just his hardware starting to go, but then he called me Mr. Candidate instead of Mr. Gill. I feel like Zax is in here with me. Like 51 all over again. Maybe the whole thing was a mistake. I need a damn drink. The houses near here are picked clean. Maybe I can find something in one of the towns. I need more building supplies anyway. I could use a couple of turrets in. I could use a couple of turrets in here or something, just in case. An excuse to get out of 51's shadow, if nothing else. And he clearly did not make it back. Even did too.
I was just in the middle of something. What was it? I hope you're enjoying your shelter, visitor. I hope you're enjoying your shelter, visitor.
Getting a little paranoid about Zax. So you got mattress there, sleeping bag on the floor, got a sleeping bag over here, and he was presumably sleeping here. To his radio. Why wouldn't he put the sleeping bag on either the mattress or the sofa? Probably the mattress. Weird man. Didn't go anywhere really, which is not surprising, but I would like to know a bit more about what he was up to. What end he met in the end. But I think, with that all sorted, it's about time to go and meet Paladin Romani and tell her we took out the ghouls. Hanging out at the orchard, wherever that was here, wasn't it? Well, orchards, for those family hangout Lewis and Sons. So hopefully we'll be initiated. Head up there. And a commander bill as well. Yeah. Fun. Cost a lot of ammo, but I'm enjoying it. It's also more comparable to other games as well, so somewhat easy to switch between the two. I like that view, actually. It's a good view. Yeah, switching between different games is a bit easier when the basic combat style is somewhat similar.
Looking to join up too?
How are we doing, Eddie?
I'm thinking about joining up, getting in on the ground floor. How about you?
Anyone else have any sort of mind for events? Not sure what you mean. How are we doing, Hype? Alright? So, report to Paladin Romani. Am I still appropriately attired? Yes, I am. Good. Nobody's commented on my outfit yet. They have commented on my mutations one.
If I don't sleep tonight, I should be able to get this list done.
Oh, he's downstairs, isn't it? Yo, Romani.
Request for the Brotherhood should be passed through Knight Xion. Welcome back. Have you completed your assigned mission, candidate?
I wiped out the nest. I also found someone else who wanted to sign up.
Ah, that explains young Colin Putnam arriving at our doorstep then. Bright kid. I can't say Xion thought much of him, but if he makes it through basic training, I think you found us another scribe. That'll make Valdez happy. I'm very pleased with your initiative. Excellent job.
Good. Oh, frag mines.
Not only have you achieved everything we set out for you, but you have expanded our order and helped to secure its future in Appalachia. I hereby confer on you the status of probationary initiate in the Brotherhood of Steel.
Oh, great. I'm a probie.
Sorry, but we'll have to put the official initiation right on hold. Something's come up, and we need to deal with it right away. If you've got anything else you need to take care of, make it quick. Report to me again when you're ready.
Cash and mind over matter. 30 damage to percent damage to ghouls, 10% when aiming, and damage resistance. That's
No meat. Approved.
Ghoul Slayer's
Ad
plasma
Victoriam.
pistol then.
Comply with every dinner declined. This ration request doesn't even have a name on it.
Need to have
What did I get? Hold on, I just have to get rid of. Disarming Discovery up next.
Some real wear on it.
That's a good little animation there. I like that. To be honest, I have been thinking about using frag mines a bit recently, but haven't really had the occasion. It requires too much kind of setup, but to just kind of run up and shoot things in the face.
Raiders causing trouble again.
Or snipe.
We'll have to do
I did
something.
use some in another game I was playing in my own time recently. Playing a bit of Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I had a building to defend while it was getting swarmed and needed to keep the attackers out of it. It was challenging, so I just put a ring of mines basically around it, and anybody who got near got blown to smithereens. Most of them didn't get near, but
Another
a few that
review.
did.
We arrived in Appalachia not a moment too soon.
Okay then, Romani, what do you need from
I
us?
trust you're adjusting to service with the Brotherhood.
So much service, you just told me I'm a probationary initiate and then stayed at your map again. Server's a bit
Hello,
janky.
Initiate. Congratulations on officially joining our ranks. I apologize that we aren't able to do an official ceremony right now, but as previously stated, something more important has come up. I've been informed that there
Very
is an
formal.
independent settlement that needs our help. A group of Blood Eagle raiders are extorting the villagers
He's back
and
again.
taking their supplies. The village's leader, Jenny Brown, has more information. You can find her at their settlement, a camp made up of tree houses that they call the Retreat.
The Brotherhood is a step forward.
So she's willing to get involved and help some of the locals, whereas Night Shin really isn't. So, yeah, back to the shoe leather observation from the other day, but that's cool. Good it was. What do we get in return? Release of a first position? Maybe later. Understood, Paladin.
I trust that you will represent the Brotherhood admirably on your first mission, Initiate.
Things
You'd
are
have
different
represented
now
a bit
if
more
Taggart unit had survived.
admirably if you'd actually looked at me. But he wishes Taggart was still here because she was a bit more militaristic and closed off than Romani. Git needs a real kick up the butt. So we've got to go to the new settlement, the Retreat, which is the former treehouse village in the Maya. It'd be cool. Not that far from here. Mind you, the journey I imagine would be a pain. I mean, you could go cross country, which would be fine, but kind of dangerous. Steep.
The Scorched, the Raiders, the
But mind you, the alternative's not much better. Get out to Haven Church and then follow the road around, so... Take the short route, either way is risky. Which DLC was a bit longer. This is only the first part of it. This is just supposed to be the introductory quest. It's just kind of the context has changed a bit because they had to push everything back, but the issues over the summer and such and COVID. So there's a whole load more of it coming afterwards. I like this spot. You know what? That's a good picture as well. Get one closer to the water. And I might hop over here. Something a little bit more thumbnail orientated. Damn it. that. Oh, mouse is having a little moment. And 1 second. Right, lovely. Okay. Strange things going on. Many strange things going on. Okay. Anybody else whose plans when the DLC dropped? Haven't noticed any.
What's that over there?
Worst part of this location is finding out there's a new jukebox that plays rockabilly music and we can't have it. Makes no difference to me, I can't have them anyway. I haven't heard in-game music coming out of jukeboxes or radios since they gave us the option to turn them off. Like 2 months after the game first came out.
Is it true that strangler vines can grow out at night and wrap around you while you're sleeping? I should ask Miss Jenny.
That's cool, Hoper. Right, so I need to speak to Jenny Brown, who's here
Great.
somewhere.
Now it's gonna be pouring down rain.
Better not be.
Hey! I know you! I've heard some amazing stories about you. You're a legend around here.
Who, me?
It's nice having everyone nearby, even if they are at different elevations.
It's quite cool. They're definitely giving this a bit of an overhaul as well compared to the way it used to look.
Those Mothman cultists give me the creeps. They're all just crazy.
Good to put down some roots, right?
So she's up there, huh?
Never thought of it this literally, though.
Last night.
Oh, I like this.
Bed straight to the forced floor.
And I like the lights as well,
Think
but
our houses have walls.
barrels and crates and stuff stacked up as extra support. Can we have this stuff, all of these individually, preferably? So that we can do things like that. Using the water purifier properly. Nice, nice. I wouldn't mind these as well. I mean, they're not particularly attractive, but anything we can have, like anything we can't have, I'd like to have anyway.
I'm all out of water.
I call bullshit on that, my friend.
If the scorched or the ferals don't get you,
Never thought I'd miss the scaffolding either, but I do. Fallout 4 stuff. Music area on the end, okay. Been a while since I've had a look around here, but they have changed it quite considerably. This is all new. That car is a way up quite well. I wonder if the pathing's any good on it. No. Oh, there's a ramp next to it. Okay, I'll forgive them there.
what's that thing Miss Jenny says? You can't always find a perfectly preserved pie, but you can always preserve a perfect memory.
Yeah. Those are things I want as well. I have shipping containers.
But you can always preserve a perfect memory.
Oh, they're repeating themselves a bit much already. I've only been here a few minutes. Oh dear. Keep your combat rifle.
Hey, gotta keep your eyes
Did you
peeled
jump
in
up
this
here?
weather.
They don't want. That's just
Once
ceramic.
folks start having kids, we're gonna need to get some guardrails on these here bridges.
Don't like the fall.
Looks like it might rain
Just a
later.
mist makes it harder to see.
Who's going that?
Have you met Miss Janie? She's responsible for our little family here.
Nice little place. He's got bedding on his nice bed. I want that. Yoink his bobblehead. And his desk fan. And his pumpkin.
Make something
And I want
sweet
these as
to
well.
cheer everyone up. We've got flour, sugar. Wait, rat-toed eggs won't explode after they're cooked, right?
What's that over there?
It's the little details. All about the little details. Tree coming through looks quite cool. Side barrels or whatever that is. I need to find some workbenches.
I never thought I could feel so at home in the apocalypse.
A nice little
Run
bar
too fast
setup
around
there.
here.
Get more stuff I want.
How'd you learn to jump like that? This could be problematic for village security.
Commenting on my marsupial mod, that's mutation, that's quite
It's
cool.
nice having everyone nearby, even if they are at different elevations.
If the scorched or the ferals don't get you, the rats will.
Ah, there she is. Ah, pool table. Sorry guys, you're not playing anymore. I need your pool balls for plastic. Oh, I like that. Using the wing as a bridge.
Looks like it might rain.
Hitting it down with cinder blocks as well. Very nice. More of that, please. And that fireplace is cool. Frame rate is trash, but I don't think we'll do that. We'll just peer inside for now. Figure out what it is. Ooh, that's quite cool. And some of these materials for either. Okay, now we'll unlock it as soon as I can get away with it.
It's just about time to eat.
They got an armory in here. Nice. Fortunately, I'm not going to get at the Radix and the drugs have got stuff, all the weapons. They've got an armory. That's cool. Glad I came in here now. I needed the work. Just
Scorched or the ferals don't get you, the rats will. Damn those blood eagles. It's like I have a noose around my neck.
I won't let anyone mess with this village.
good for you. I think that's most of this place checked out. Yoink.
I don't like the fog. Even just a mist makes it harder to see.
Don't like the fog. Even just a mist.
Yeah, we do need a few more lines, but otherwise.
Now it's gonna be pouring down rain.
Hello there, stranger. What can I do for you?
Use grenades to lure creatures out when you're running a stealth shotgun. Bad idea, Steve. Although I might throw the stealth bell, I think.
Need some new clothes.
Not a fan of grenades, Gubby. Use grenades quite a lot, so good fun. Office desks and lawn flamingo. There was a bug fix for some of the lawn flamingos, so that may have created new issues instead. It's possible.
Straight to the forest floor. Good thing our houses have walls.
Seems like it's always cloudy.
Vendor's not connected. Most people seem to be working okay. That's odd. Food coma Cade, how you doing?
Miss Jenny brought us all together, and nothing will take us apart.
Specific type to the character, not over the top. That's cool. Good to hear though, bro. I don't know how much I'll notice, but we'll see. Yeah. Probably said something different, I imagine.
And nothing will take
Picked up on a different mutation, perhaps, true. Or nothing at all, maybe. May just be a specific reference to it being one of the most popular mutations. Which I think they knew about before the game even launched, to be fair. They were talking about it before it even came out. The Brotherhood shouldn't be having a problem with mutations unless you're being forcibly experimented on at this point. It's not consistent with the law. I mean, you might get the odd xenophobe, but it's not their main MO at this point in time.
Vines can grow out at night and wrap around you while you're sleeping.
Yeah, there's a scary thought. Strangler vines wouldn't make me want to live in the mire, really.
I'm tired of those thorn bushes.
I'm not sure if you can. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Usually if one of them's powered, you can, Gobby. But, I don't know, maybe it just doesn't appear on the map. I've never really done much testing on it. Gives you colour flashbacks. Yeah, they've done a lot of changes to places, which is cool. So, what did you say? What can I do for you? I'm here on behalf of the Brotherhood.
Well, aren't you just the cutest Brotherhood member I've ever seen? My name is Jenny
Could live with that.
and I'm the mama hen of this little family here at the retreat. Lately, my kin have been harassed by a woman named Dagger and her Blood Eagle Raiders. She's causing all my people to go hungry and threatening our lives. You should take some time to talk with some of my people. I'm sure they have some useful information about Dagger that they can share with you, you know.
Make friends, but I don't want to. I'll be off and talk to them then.
Right. Let me know if you need anything else, darling.
She seems agreeable enough.
Never thought I'd live in a treehouse. Never thought I'd find a real family.
I never thought I could feel so at home in the apocalypse.
Somebody here. She's got the same outfit.
You should leave. Sorry, I'm wary of outsiders.
Go talk to my people and they'll tell you more. Get out of here. Oh, I didn't have a look at this. This was here before.
Looks like it might rain later.
Down the stairs and then back around, I guess. Try the one with the interesting bedrooms. Oh, there. Some of them have got dots over their head. That's fair enough.
Thought this high ground would be useful for hunting, but local Hope you're not afraid of heights. Watch out for us pretty fast. Hey there. Sorry, we're a bit wary of strangers right now.
Looking fellow. Got a very fallout sort of a face. How do you end up here in the retreat?
Miss Jenny heard of all the people in Appalachia. Thought it'd be a good
Oh,
spot
we didn't know
for
you,
some
right?
consistent trading opportunities. Came across all these abandoned tree houses, and it seemed like the perfect place to set up our little haven. It allows us to keep our independence while still making it easy to trade with the settlers.
It's a fair point. Mind you, Foundation's a fair trek from it, if you could walk it. You almost said it. Yeah, I've got a guidebook as well. Some of it's still relevant, though. Plus, it's cool from this is where it started out, certain point. Give it a few more years and it's really changed, and it'll be an interesting relic there, Belinda, I think. Got it back on the shelf here somewhere. What do you know about Dagger?
I know that she's got numbers, and she's smart. She's got people tracking our trade routes. They've been harassing our caravans. It's making the settlers not want to trade with us for fear of losing their own people. I don't blame them either. Dagger's people are making it harder and harder for us to have the supplies when she comes to collect. Honestly, I think she just wants an excuse to kill us off.
Sounds like your average bloody you or me.
I won't let anyone mess with this village.
One who's stuck between wanting to kill everybody and wanting to eat without having to do any work for it.
Give that Dagger what she deserves.
Be my pleasure. Right, in 1 second, my battery's on the way out again.
Whoa! Did you jump up here?
No, I'm up the stairs.
If the scorched earth ferals don't get you, the rads will.
Huh. I'll need some new clothes. I'm getting real muddy. What's that thing Miss Jenny says? You can't always find a perfectly preserved pie.
Right.
You can always preserve a
Next.
perfect memory.
So she's been attacking trade caravans.
Stop messing around.
I'm not the one who's jumping on his bed, buddy.
You don't cause any trouble around here. I will be able to find you.
And what? Whack me with your straw hat? How did you meet Jenny?
My partner and I were holed up in a building when we heard some people come inside and start looking through the place. We were worried that we'd have to fight, but instead Miss Jenny welcomed us into her group with open arms and offered us a place in the family.
That was incredibly trusting and generous of her. What do you like about living here?
Being high up in these trees makes me feel safe. Plus, everyone looks out for each other here.
Doesn't help you much with
Do
the blood
what we
eagles,
can
clearly.
to make the best of it. If you can just help get rid of Dagger, we can go back to living in peace.
Know about
Went
her.
out hunting shortly after one of her weekly collections. Tracked her lieutenants to see where her hideout is. I lost their trail and wasn't able to get the exact location. But I do know that they're somewhere to the southwest.
I believe I already know where it'll be.
Kill her. Her and her damn blood eagles are taking our food, water, stim packs, everything. All in exchange for allowing us to keep our lives.
Okay. They're fairly keen on having me murder for
Help
them.
us give that Dagger what she deserves. It's nice having everyone nearby. Have you met Miss Janie? She's responsible for our little family here.
Feel a bit ill every time you hear Blood Eagle now. Did they put that little historical anachronism into Valhalla, did they?
Looks like it might rain
I
later.
do like this place. Ooh.
What's that thing Miss Jenny says?
There.
You can't always find a perfectly preserved pie. You can always preserve a perfect memory.
What's that thing Mick Jagger says? You can't always get what you want.
I won't let anyone mess with this village.
Is it
Watch
true
the edges.
that
Hello.
stringer vines can grow out at night and wrap around you while you're sleeping? I should ask
Forgive any attitudes from us. We've got people going hungry here.
We'll soon sort that. Why did you join Jenny
I
Brown?
was surrounded by a group of vicious mole rats. When some members of Miss Jenny's family found me, they saved me.
I figured I could use some more protection from all the nastiness in this world.
Mole rats.
Now we just
Yay.
need to deal with Dagger.
mist makes it harder to see.
White tree houses.
You kidding me? It's gotta be the coolest things you can get in the apocalypse.
Got a
And
point.
I'm proud to call this place my home. And these people my family.
I should make something sweet to cheer
I
Sorry
run
about
the
that guy.
storehouse here and have to deal with her tenants that come to collect every week. They have some sort of fancy rocket launchers that would blow this place to smithereens if given the opportunity. Her and those Blood Eagle raiders are definitely too tough for us to handle on our own.
Got rocket launchers, huh?
Something's gotta be done about her. And I hope you're the one to do it. You go get that dagger. And bring me back my Instamash, please.
So basically, they're attacking caravans and they're somewhere to the southeast. So about there then, mate. Oh, I've still got £2 to drop apparently. Anything ammo I can get rid of.
Nice breeze.
Any drunk that I don't want. Struggling a bit in a minute, a bit too much stuff.
Miss Jenny brought us all together, and nothing will take us apart.
Determined bunch. Still
Once
need to
folks
drop a
start
little bit
having
more.
Kids, we're gonna need to get some guardrails on these here bridges.
Well, at least I'm no longer over encumbered then. Right. Look, Jenny.
I hope you enjoyed getting to know us. We're a peaceful people. We don't want to bother or be bothered. So, will you help us?
Happy to help, says I have to. Anything else I need to know about Dagger? You're taking your family here, it's around the wasteland. Yeah, let's go with that.
I'm glad you're able to see how special my people are. Family is the most important thing that you can have. especially in the wasteland. I will do anything that I can to protect mine.
Ooh, anything else I need to know about
Other
Dagger?
than she's insane and a menace, she has this loyal group of lieutenants that are willing to protect her with their lives. I'm
Doesn't
telling
sound
you,
very
if I
Blood
didn't
Eagle.
follow her everywhere she went, I'd have already tried to put her 6 feet under.
Peaceful people. A solution is a gun. Yeah. Peace through superior firepower approach.
Thank you. I knew you'd be as sweet on the inside as you are on the outside. Please be careful. Dagger and her lieutenants are dangerous folk.
Alright, so am I. Right then, so find the Blood Eagle hideout, which is probably, you know, Dagger's den. Dunno. People are coming from a lot of different places and they've just drifted in because Appalachia's relatively untouched by the bombs, you know? Kind of makes sense. A few places that are not radiation hotspots and utterly destroyed would attract people, I think. Plus there's decent hunting and ability to survive in the area, bar Scorched anyway. Using the HBO series as well. Yeah. Doesn't surprise me much. They didn't show it, but they didn't cut away from the scene either. Yeah, we are supposed to be rebuilding after all, so kind of bit by bit that is what's happening. Added some more Easter eggs, that'd be cool. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a combination I'd go for, to be honest there, Steve, but it does sound like a pretty epic cocktail. Mind you, tomato juice might be more appropriate for something with the name Blood in it, because there are other cocktails that already do that. Use it with Mountain Dew as a mixed for Madeira. Where am I? I wasn't looking where I was going, I'm stuck now. Definitely think the Brotherhood are my favourite faction, George. Do like their aesthetic and style. Plus, they were the big main faction in my first Fallout game, and a game that got me back into gaming. So, gotta love the old Fallout 3. That is cool. Give them that. Coming on from an angle is probably better there. Minnesota Farm Gale energy. Yeah, it sounds about right, I think, bro. Find the Blood Eagle hideouts at sunset. Good old-fashioned showdown. Why do I get the feeling this is not going to go over when I roll up? I'm looking for the main entrance. Dead end. Stop. Arrow going in. Well, there it is. I'll see a decent picture of this place now as well. want buses to build with as well. Basically, I want everything. It's in the game, put it in the building menu so I can play with it. Mind you, I remember what happened to the building menu in Fallout 4 when it was kind of like that. It was problematic, to say the least. I'm just not cotton on to my being here yet, though. Oh, where that door comes out that we saw before. There. Look, I might have to go in there. Turret's not a particularly good shot then. Ah, there we go. Into the actual cave for Dagger's Den, not surprised. I'm more surprised if it didn't. I want to loot this place, but I haven't got the carry weight. Ooh, this is cool. All new. Well, the whole place is new. I've never got around to checking it out, and I've been meaning to for ages. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Not letting you get shots off with that missile launcher. I didn't want the missile, actually. Ah! Within us, though, folks, just need to drop the missiles. Surprisingly few of them out here right now, to be honest. Guessing there's going to be more down below, but... Excuse me. Got him, and he didn't even get a chance to regenerate. Terminator's revolver. Pretty rubbish. 3-star. Could be worse. Little back here in, nice. Exactly secure, but because I don't expect brilliant tactics from raiders.
We were friends.
Haven't heard that line from before. Ooh. That's railings, yes please. More tents, definitely. Here somewhere, I heard her. Ah, there. Upstairs. That direct. And the regular old chain link fences, wouldn't mind them either.
I promise I don't want your money. Just your ears. I found them!
You standing in a barrel? Different. Bar area. Bit crap, but it's there. All plastic. I best leave behind because I can't carry it. But you can't leave a desk fan, it's against the rules. Quit protesting you can't carry it and carry the damn thing. So there's a workbench around it somewhere and scrap it out. Ooh, that's cool, that's different. Another group rocking that whole treehouse vibe. Decent view down on the entrance as well if they wanted to cover it from up here. Wasteland 2. Played a little bit of that, but couldn't really get into it. Minutemen are good as a faction, but Garvey ruined it. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. Did become a bit much of a meme. Stop picking stuff up. I haven't seen any workbenches here. Right. Do this. Any men driving in out still? I'm sure they will do some Enclave theme stuff eventually. It would be cool to see though. That's a brutal start to a game, Kate. The village dies off as a result of your choices. There's a guardrail that came with the vault. That's cool. I still want that one though. I want everything. Ah, they got chickens down here. Guess they're making them fight from the look of that. Get what that's called. Apart from cruelty to see?
Probably a squirrel again.
Squirrel with a big gun. Go melon out. Come on. Where you want it? Oh, turn the corner quite nicely there as well. And that one. Next. Come out or I can drive you out with a grenade. Bold, eh? See, that's clever. Hide behind something and just watch the grenade go off. Got it. Nice. Still carrying too much. Wonderful. I don't get what I don't need. £2 this time. Obsession with picking up scrap. Nothing there I'm willing to let go of. Almost. Really? Yeah, I said that's useful. I'd scrap there. Cover up bundle. Yeah, something to get rid of here. Nice. Got a pretty neat setup down here for raiders as well. Power armor station as well. Beer and a combat armor left leg. Bloody pecker. Remember seeing memes about that on Twitter already. You had a fun trip to some raiders, did you, sir? Yeah, I feel like there's another more formal name for it than that, to be honest, liberally. Or old-fashioned name, perhaps might be a better word. But yes, that was the general gist of it. I could just be like mixing it up with something else or imagining it. You know, turn the phone off, unplug the house phone, not answer the door. You might want to consider nailing some planks of wood over the letterbox as well, Steve. Which would be about the only way you get time off at the minute. Played as a raider and killed Preston Garvey. Hard to blame you there. Squirrel with a big gun. Well, I apparently triggered something and it tickled me. A 44 pistol that did naff all. Throne room key. Brianna Hawk's diary. Brianna Hawk. After the destruction of Harpfor's Ferry and the survivors occupied the town, scattered two groups found themselves headed west. Three States brothers, one Diego and AC Sunday, and me and Mike in. Sundays were rich preppers, they had small, well-pointed bunker beneath their vacation cabin in the woods. They hadn't told anyone about. The Hawks were just ordinary civilians, nowhere else to go. Once we were friends, I dated Juan Diego before the war, but now, with the survival on the line, the brothers turned us away. Our group found a cave set into a nearby hillside. It wasn't much. Did what we could to patch it up, add some wood for the floors, scavenged some furniture from ruined houses nearby. It wasn't exactly Free States level of quality, but it was enough to get by. Over the following months, tensions grew. Sundays were living relatively well from the supplies of farming a little plot of land near the house, while our desperate band was reduced to go foraging in swamps and eating anything they could scrounge up. We resented the Sunday snobbish attitude. They looked down on us like wild animals. When our negotiations over food failed, we started raiding the Sunday's field. The Sundays responded by building a wall. They set out lethal traps. We lost some good people. Then, during one late-night raid, someone knocked over a lantern, and the entire field ran up in flames. Nearly everyone died in the ensuing fight. Remnants of our band tried to salvage what we could from the fire. We also tried to break into the Sundays bunker, but to no avail. Our food and options, I fear, will starve to death. How reasonable people could end up becoming raiders there, then. The origin of Hawk's Refuge. So that's where I need to go. Have a little look over here as a mate, yeah? Just behind on the chat a bit, Stella, I think. Better do several things at once. Good God, that's laggy. Concentrate on several things at once, anyway. Usually behind the chat. To be fair, even if I respond to something the instant it pops up on the screen, it's still going to be like a little while before it gets to you guys, though. There's always a bit of a delay. Technically, I'm ahead. Dagger's lieutenant, huh? Some lieutenant. Don't fuck with the Brotherhood. Ooh, like this stuff. I want that. Scraps of fabric. I don't want them snapped randomly to walls like dumbass curtains. I want to be able to put them wherever I want on the wall. More like paintings. That's what we've got down here, and up and down here, yeah? Bathroom, apparently. Surprisingly clean for raiders. And I think this is back to where the Bloody Pecker was. That was Bloody Pecker who survived and beat Chicken. Yes. That's electrically powered halos of yours. But I'm glad you can keep yourself chatting whilst I'm struggling to keep up. So he's got a frame with some arms on it. And that's it. The marine head. Right, I imagine it's going to get a bit ugly in here. There goes throne room. Yes, Stella's the one who lowers the tone, clearly. Don't seem to want to pick a fight with me right now.
Nothing.
This is interesting. Again.
Can bring down Dagger's crew.
I've basically slaughtered my way through all of her lieutenants. Now she's just sitting on a throne like some kind of megalomaniac. Or monarch, maybe. Might be a better way of putting it. I want a wide one.
Stupid villagers.
Easy bursted.
Somebody needs to get me a drink.
Interested to see what this dagger is actually like with her iron throne that's not particularly iron or throny. Well, it's kind of throny.
Throne is untouchable.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Okay.
Those treehouse pansies were ripe for picking.
Beat 2 dagger.
Well,
Dagger's lieutenant. Well,
I see the Brotherhood is
wasn't quite
finally
my
sent
plan,
one
but
of
anyway.
your pawns to retrieve my weapons.
What?
Because you've
Jealous of our
impressed me
crew
by
or
taking
something?
out my crew, I'll allow you to say a few last words. Choose them carefully, kid.
what would you like me to carve on your gravestone? What weapons? I'm here on behalf of the retreat. I'm not going to waste my time talking to you. How did you know I was Brotherhood? Ooh, decisions.
Dagger's throne is untouchable.
So she thinks the Brotherhood sent me to retrieve the weapons.
I've got a bone to pick with
Or
anyone
her
who
weapons.
doesn't
So
wield
it sounds like she's somehow stolen weapons from the Brotherhood. Interesting. I knew there was going to be something more because she appeared in the trailer. But
Kill or be killed. Exploit or be exploited.
weapons? What weapons? I'm not going to waste my time talking to you.
Imagine living.
How did you know I was Brotherhood? Well, I'm kind of wearing a Brotherhood uniform. So whatever her answer is, it's probably not going to make any sense. What weapons? I feel like I don't really want to reveal what I don't know, though.
Oh, shit. You mean you didn't know about the weapons?
I do now.
The crate they came in may have had a Brotherhood of Steel insignia on them. But they're ours now. Don't even think about walking into my place and making demands either. I won't let you take these weapons from us.
Dagger's throne is untouchable.
If your Brotherhood property, you're going to hand it over along with the villager supplies. Isn't walking in and making demands exactly what you're doing with the cheat? How did you even get these weapons?
Living in a kid's treehouse.
That's a tough decision again, actually. To be honest, what's she going to do? I've shot my way through her entire gang, and I can shoot my way through her 2 mates and her as well.
Respect to Dagger.
How did you get the weapons? Or you're going to hand it over?
Be killed. Exploit or be exploited.
How did you even get these weapons? Let's go with how did you get these weapons?
My gang and I came across a small group of raiders and... oh, I couldn't help but notice these beauties sitting around. Let's just say negotiations didn't go over well. And now we're the owners. Who knows how that group got them?
I don't entirely believe her.
And really, who cares?
Exploit or be exploited.
Okay, so top one's the option then. Hand it over or die.
Like I said, these weapons don't belong to the Brotherhood anymore. I don't have any of their property. And you can tell those villagers they'll be punished for crying to the Brotherhood of Steel.
It's time to shoot the mad cow, isn't it? I'll just kill all your people and I'll kill you too if I have to. I'll take the weapons by force then. Ooh, decisions.
This is our turf. Don't you forget it.
I'm kind of concerned that if I do just brutally murder her, then that'll be the end of things in a dramatically early way.
Nothing in this wasteland can bring down Dagger's crew.
Stupid village.
I can succeed in intimidating because I'm strong enough. I'm kind of curious what happens if I just start shooting. Kind of appropriate.
Mess with one of us, you'll have to deal with all of us.
Imagine living in a kid's treehouse.
Wasn't that my PTS Vault Build theme? Yeah, pretty much.
Don't think you can screw with us.
It's killing Dagger's crane, is it?
Nothing in this wasteland.
Manage not to fight any of the new human NPCs and you regret it. Get any of this dialogue as you went with the attack option. Suffer not the blood eagle to live. There's something to be said for that, Gray. I believe you have to get to know the NPCs before you give them lead poisoning.
Mess with one of us, you'll have to deal with
Yeah. I don't know. I'm happy to brutally murder her because I don't want her to go on preying on other people, and allowing that is not acceptable. But at the same time, kind of want to see where it goes if I go down other roads too. So if I let her survive, even if they walk out of Appalachia, they might come back with a lot of friends, and then that could result in a massive battle between her new army and the Brotherhood in the future, which the Brotherhood will probably win, but people will get killed. Or I could just kill them now and avoid the whole battle, which seems like the way to go.
Dagger's throne is untouchable.
I think I'll go with the top option, and then I'll go with attack with my heavy gunner, I think, next time.
Well, shit. If there's one thing I value more than my goods, it's my life. Here's the key to some of our stash. Make sure you tell your people to stay out of my business from now on.
This is our turf. Don't you forget it.
Well, that's disappointing. I've got the key. And here's some of it. You can recover the supplies. Well, there's the whole cache, apparently.
Nothing in this wasteland can bring down Dagger's crew.
I can. And you're legendary, huh? That makes me want to kill you even more. And where was the other one? Retreat supplies. They are in here, apparently.
Get lost, outsider.
It's kill or be killed. Exploit or be exploited.
I really do want to shoot them, to be honest, but I think I'll let it go this time. Turn to Jenny Brown, give the weapon supplies to the Brotherhood. Oh, optional, give a weapon from the cache to Jenny. Don't think I'll do that. I'll give her supplies back, but the Brotherhood can keep their weapon. We're going to need them as the numbers grow. Phone a friend. Yeah, that's about right. You took the same option and then gunned her down anyway. I was thinking about doing it, Steve, to be honest. I was sorely tempted. Shoot her, or something. Ooh, that's pretty. Bit of light on it there.
Maybe I'll ask around and see if anyone needs help.
Looking agreeable bunch. I'm waiting for all of my choices here to come up and bite me in the ass,
Hey,
but
be careful not to fall.
get out of my way then. We'll see what happens.
Have you had a chance to pay Dagger a friendly visit?
Gotta wait a whole nother hour for for that food.
Here's your supplies and this weapon. They've got an armory. They don't need the weapon.
Thank you so much, Sweet Pea.
You gave her the weapons as well.
You, my people will no longer go hungry. The Brotherhood has our support and our thanks.
I
Well,
should
yeah,
make
yeah.
something sweet to cheer everyone up. We've got flour, sugar. Wait, red-toed eggs won't explode after they're cooked, right?
Looks like it might rain later.
Back to Fort Outlets. I'm all for letting them, giving them means to support themselves, but they have got an armory full that we saw back there, so they don't really need a few Brotherhood guns, and the Brotherhood's just going to expand, so it's going to need its weapons and armor. Plus, it's not going to go over very well with the Brotherhood higher-ups if I just give away weapons and ammunition willy-nilly.
Those old army ranks are meaningless. The Brotherhood is a new world order.
Still getting crashes, Paul. That sucks. I've not had any issues when I was playing on my own. Streaming seems to be dragging the frame rate down a little bit, which is annoying. I'm not sure what's going on there, because it doesn't normally do that, apart from sort of with the service being a bit crappy prior to the patch and then now, but yeah. It's a bit weird.
Atlas is in good hands.
A little bit of light's
trained
quite
us
cool.
well. I can do more than just fight.
I have news from our patrol.
They must have seen something quite interesting for you to come to me about it.
Interesting is not the word. Concerning, yes.
One moment, Initiate. Knight Xion is in the middle of his report.
That's why I'm standing here waiting for him, Nata. Oh well, we'll get to that then.
Order, learning, protection.
Yeah, it is good to see some RP elements coming back in. Brotherhood were okay about it. Yeah, I suppose I can see Romani being cool with it, but Xion being his usual self, to be honest.
Go on, Xion.
As I was saying, one of our patrols came across a raider storeroom. They were chased out, but not before sighting several crates with the Brotherhood insignia on them.
Those crates are for important assets. We haven't used them since...
Since that battle, let's not waste time with details. Considering the contents, it's imperative that we recover those crates from the raiders.
We have yet to establish a relationship with the people of Crater. It's possible that they are more agreeable than the other raiders we've encountered.
But that's
Are you seriously
probable.
considering the idea of leaving those items in raider hands?
Let's discuss this later. We've kept the Initiate waiting long enough.
I wouldn't recommend
Were you
attacking
able
the
to
place,
help the
but
people of the retreat?
I'll probably get them out without attacking the place. Convince Dagger to go up this place and return the retreat.
Excellent work, Initiate. You represented the Brotherhood of Steel admirably.
Do you care to explain how you managed to persuade a den of rabid blood eagles?
I shot
The
3/4
Initiate
of
has
them
not
and they
done
reminded her
anything
it
to
did
deserve
it.
your suspicion, Knight. A resolution without bloodshed is an ideal one.
There was bloodshed.
Is there anything else to report?
There was bloodshed. I had to butcher my way through the gang to get to Dagger. She also had to create Brotherhood weapons, confiscated them from her and brought them back. We had some rubber banding as well, Steve.
The Blood Eagles, too.
I did see a
These
skating
crates have our
grafter
insignia
monster
on
earlier,
them.
to be fair.
If our weapons have spread among multiple groups, that's a serious problem. The Initiate
Yeah,
made
how
the
did
right
that
choice
happen?
in bringing them back to us.
I hope the villagers have other means of defending themselves.
If we
How do you
address
know
the
I
threat
didn't?
at its
There
origin,
was an option there.
there would be no need for them to defend themselves, which is exactly why we can't leave those weapons in raider hands.
Knight Xion has a history with raiders.
The Brotherhood saved Shin's hometown from a raider attack. It was then that Knight Connors recruited him into the fold. There have been other incidents since then, but
This is irrelevant to the mission.
perhaps you
Not
can
really.
ask him about it another time.
I'd prefer that you didn't.
Where did these weapons
We
come
obtained
from?
them during our journey to Appalachia. Unexpected circumstances removed them from our possession.
It's not very forthcoming.
That's all the Initiate needs to know.
I am the one answering questions here, Knight.
Yeah, shut up and let the paladin talk.
Good work, Initiate. You're dismissed.
Ad Victoriam.
Stay strong, friend. No telling what the next challenge will hold.
Involve me shooting somebody, I'm sure. It's assessment when it happens to know how to use the broom or shovel. Saw somebody else doing some sweeping recently. Some of them do know. But it's just Brotherhood training. I notice it's just mostly initiates and they're like doing the sweeping around in here though. Naturally. There's a lot of bloodshed, there was even a bloody pecker. Yeah, I imagine there were a few. I got a couple of them with a grenade, and yeah, that probably damaged all manner of body parts.
These people are still hurling nukes at each other. It's madness.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. Need to break a bit of grappling hooks to get out of gas level. Speak to Xion about the raiders. He just said he didn't want to. Oh well, I never planned to listen to it. Just his opinion anyway.
You're here. Good. To review the current situation, one of our patrols located a cache of dangerous weapons in a raider storeroom. Stolen Brotherhood weapons, no less. Your assignment is to secure the storeroom for the Brotherhood, and the weapons along with it. I'll put together a squad and meet you there. But given the situation, it's imperative you arrive there as soon as possible. Any questions, Initiate?
Several. Firstly, how did you get in and out of a raider storeroom without raiders gutting you? Second, wouldn't that storeroom be in the middle of their base? And if not, why not? Third, well, we'll see when we get a bit closer to it. Yeah, okay, what weapons are we talking about?
I should put negligence on your record for asking that question. Lucky for you, I don't have the time. If you can recall your last assignment, it had to do with putting down a rabid den of blood eagles in possession of military-grade rocket launchers. The same kind of rocket launchers were discovered in the possession of some raiders from Crater. Needless to say, that's a problem, and we are going to fix it.
Well, this guy doesn't have a problem with pissing the raiders off too much, apart from I may want to pick up some stuff from the bullion section, but that won't be too much of a problem. Why do you care so much about these weapons? Well, we already know that. You think all technology should be in the Brotherhood's hands. Also, raiders with big guns is not a good idea. Why do you care is probably going to lead more towards his background, which should be interesting. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I've seen stuff on there on social media already about Bloody Pecker, and it's mostly people laughing.
Care? Are you insinuating this is a personal matter? I am carrying out the Brotherhood's mission. The reason our logo is on those weapons is because we swore to keep them out of civilian hands. Now it's time to fix our mistake.
We're gonna have to bring the Crater Raiders under control eventually.
Sounds like that sooner or later there may end up being a battle between the Raiders and the Brotherhood, which should be interesting. How should we handle the Raiders? I don't want to fight the Raiders. I don't particularly want to fight the Raiders. They're not... Saying that, they are still Raiders. I don't particularly want to fight the Raiders, but how should we handle them?
Paladin Romani forbids engagement without warning. So, we will attempt to speak to them when we arrive. That being said, the Raiders have already made it clear they're determined to be our enemies. Stealing supplies, ambushing patrols, using Brotherhood weapons to terrorize the region. If they are unwilling to cooperate, we will put our foot down. So be prepared for combat.
Fair enough.
One last thing. We need to confirm the weapon's source. I find it unlikely the Raiders will be willing to talk until after we send them a very clear message. If any of them are still alive after that, we can question them. But priority one is securing the weapons they already have. That will be all. Dismissed.
I want to see more attack chickens in the game. Yeah, definitely.
Ad Victoriam.
I thought running my own operation would involve this much.
Oh, I got one of those rocket launchers. Yeah, I didn't notice that. Hellstorm missile launcher. I see, it's one of the new ones. Cool.
Throwing nukes left and right. The people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything?
Much.
see it before.
Disorder is to be expected in a place that lacked Brotherhood oversight for so long. Still, this is...
There we go. It's a good look for my character. Bit of a moment there on the gun. I'll probably keep that, but I'm a little over encumbered though, so that's kind of a problem. I mean, this guy doesn't use heavy weapons, so it's probably not worth keeping it. I'll get the plan sooner or later anyway, I'm sure. I do like the fact it's got the little score painted on the side of it though. The Brotherhood's logo on that side. 7 kills on it on that side. Yeah, probably should. I'm not going to use it, so. How much crap do I need to get rid of?
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here. For Appalachia's future.
£20. What the hell else do I need to get rid of? Probably got missiles as a weapon, didn't I? Damn, yeah.
The people of Appalachia think the bomb is a plaything.
New recruits, Night Shin's training, weapons, and a base like this, we're gonna be invincible.
Definitely need to sell a few bits and pieces, but no, still over encumbered. £2. Oh, she sounds like me. I'm liking Paladin reminding more and more every minute.
The settlers want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future.
So the Raider storeroom, I'm going to go with north.
Mistakes going forward.
Makeshift vault near Cobbleton Farm and Becker Farm. Interesting.
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America.
Wasn't expecting that. Go to Grafton Station, sell some stuff and make my way up from there. Yeah, I found the missiles, Grey. Tucky Fed chickens. Yeah, out of a Hellstorm missile launcher, 4 chickens coming out of it. shooting chicken drumsticks at people or something. Yeah, I could live with that as well, I think, Paul. Right, got to get rid of. I think I've already got that one. Cherry. Need quite that much buff out. Radax. Put right away. A couple of those. Already used Radax, but every once in a while it's handy. Anyone's selling it? So we should be able to rock and roll now.
Now, while supplies are available.
3. No, can't afford any. So where are we looking? Oh, really? Apparently. On we jolly well go. Need to find power armor station, upgrade the power armor for this character actually. Anywhere around here I know has a power armor station. Probably right about there, I'm guessing. They were peaceful until I killed one of them. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Probably got a bit of splash damage from an explosive gun.
It's the key to life. Gotta focus.
Good. I'll borrow this person's power armor station. So full assault, full. Okay, nice. So my power armor is upgraded, and now if I need to pull my power armor out to rub Xion's nose in the fact that I've got nicer power armor than he does, I'm set. Let's be fair, there is going to be cause to do that. So it's up and over that hill, is it? That's the chocobos from Zelda. Yeah, it's alright. Kind of fits in with the Toxic Valley theme, that. No abandoned buildings and they're quite spread out. I did see a really cool location that I need to look into that's somewhere about there, I think. I think it's somewhere about there. And that's quite a cool view over the northern half of the Toxic Valley. The thing with the Toxic Valley, though, it's literally kind of two Toxic Valleys, because there's the one across here, then there's this sort of ridge down the middle of it, and then there's the other one sort of around the back there. Do you mind? I was talking. But I had somebody behind me. One shot too few. Suppose anybody's got an absolute ton of 5.56, have they? Never have too much. There's Becker Farm. Crashed plane halfway down the cliffside. Always good. An odd place for the raiders to stash weapons. A long way away from, you know, where they are. The other side of the Toxic Valley. Still, new location's cool. Not somewhere you stumble across really until sent here either, I suppose. Nice little thing. Makeshift bolt. They are. So let's do this. I feel like I do want to pull my armor out. Very makeshift vault. See a lot of crates with Brotherhood logos on them. View of the storeroom. Yes. I'm on friendly terms with the raiders at the moment. Cooperative terms, so this shouldn't be too disagreeable to me. Apart from the fact that I'm here.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Did the Brotherhood send you? Didn't know they were working with run-of-the-mill average wastelanders. Thought they wanted you strapped into one of those tin cans round the clock. Not looking to negotiate? Well, I won't sit back and wait for the Brotherhood to find.
Fine, if that's what you want. Wasn't my plan.
That could have been cleaner. We've secured the area. Their leader is still breathing. Make sure to question him before he gets away.
You're rocking some night painted, just about. T51. You want? Yeah. I have got nicer stuff, and he turned up with a couple of initiatives with plasma rifles. One with plasma rifle, one with a pipe pistol. Sucks to be that guy. That guy looks a lot like the guy from the farm earlier. A face I've seen recently, anyway. Vault looks like a really storage space. That's more like a vault. Given that we broke into a vault, I think the raiders would think better of that approach. Fortunately, didn't make any enemies of them. Where's the other one I shot? It was down here somewhere. Should be in small pieces. Probably got another one down here somewhere. Before I talk to that guy, I want to go and see what's going on in here. There's a bed, presumably for whoever's guarding this place. Ineffectively it was, looks like they're still digging. A couple of graves too. Green rag hat and a baseball cap. Kids, well, this is interesting. Desk, one last trip. Since construction on our rain vault is ahead of schedule, we decided to head into Gaffron for a final supply run. Saw a bear sniffing around when we got back. Managed to scare it off with a rifle, though. Don't think he'll be coming back anytime soon. Things are starting to get bad out there. We should be finished in a couple of weeks. We'll be alright. That's quite a pretty picture. Realise if I hadn't put my power armor on, I'd be hideously over encumbered. Box. Yeah. Go and nab a couple of things I saw over here that I want. I saw something else, but I've forgotten what it was now. Whoa. A little bit of luck going on tonight. I've forgotten now. Right then, Pierce.
Looks like things didn't turn out so well for me. Get it over with, then.
I didn't think so. That's where the weapons came from.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. You barged in here, looking to reclaim your property, only to tell me you don't know where it came from? This is almost too good to make up. I knew my feeling about the Brotherhood was right, but you just keep on confirming it. Here's the thing. I don't talk about Raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. That's what this is now, right? If you really want to know, you can let me go. And come talk to me in Crater. I deal with reasonable individuals, not an entourage of fascists with their guns pointed at my face.
I think you started shooting. I was just wanting a break from the chat, that's all.
I don't like it, but we have to let him go. We don't have the resources to waste on holding him prisoner. And Paladin Romani forbids executing enemies who have surrendered.
They
I
call
can
you
get him a
knight,
talk.
don't they? I didn't know that was another word for lapdog.
Our order is held together by the chain that binds. Each link steadfastly supporting the next. It's not something that a lawless worm like you would understand.
You wound me, knight. In the heart, that is. Since I've surrendered, and you can't touch me anymore.
I've had enough of this. Leave here and don't come back. And let me be clear. There are no orders protecting active trespassers.
Thanks for the tip. I'll add it to my compendium.
Smart guy for a raider. Yeah, Gray, I wanted to back out the conversation for some reason I forget now. And he immediately assumed that that meant that he had to shoot me. So he got shot. Yeah, but ammo factory constantly creating 5.56. Yeah, I don't have one of those. It's one of the reasons I wanted to grind up the rep with the raiders. Yeah, there's only so many times you get away with betraying your current faction. Yeah, surprised there's no music in it. I'll move the camera and remember the original location was the best. Depends what I'm doing. I like moving it and trying new stuff and getting creative in new locations, so I'm generally fine with it.
We completed the first part of our mission. No thanks to you, Initiate. I thought I made it clear that we would talk to them first. The Brotherhood
I tried! He started shooting me! That's not my fault!
One thing among many that sets us apart from other wasteland scum. Don't ignore
I'd
the
reload,
enemy,
but I
and don't charge
can't.
in without orders. You look like a chicken with your head cut off.
Oh, I
Moving
am so gonna shoot you.
We still need to track down the weapon source. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get it out of him, but make sure you get it.
You don't care how I get it out of him as long as you don't have to watch me do it, you mean? You're sending me to creatures not dangerous. What's going to happen to this place? You seem a little angry. What's happening to this place?
We'll set up some protectrons to guard it.
Protectron.
Transfer the weapons back to Fort Atlas. After that, it can be used as an intermediate storehouse for anything our patrols find in the northern part of Appalachia.
Yeah, that makes sense. Seem a little angry.
I thought the raiders were bad enough before that vile cretin opened his mouth. And we just let him... This is off topic, Initiate. Don't ask me a question like that again.
I'll crack that particular nut soon enough.
This is your top priority. The longer we let these weapons spread, the more difficult it will be to track down all of them.
Well, he's right about that. Yeah, there's an annoying thing sometimes. It's not the first time it's happened, where if you want to back out and restart the conversation, sometimes it'll let you do it. Sometimes when you're in a place like this, it goes, nah, we're just going to take that as you're going to fight now. And they immediately attack you when you back out of the conversation, which is very, very annoying. Beat him at the crater, despite the fact he's not at the crater. I could walk in, the Brotherhood definitely can't. Yeah, he definitely does need a kick. It's slightly annoying though. You're supposed to be able to back out of conversations, and that's not the first time that's happened. That somebody's just gone, "What? You want to back out of the conversation? It must be fighting time then." It's like, well, that's not really what I had in mind. I plan to start the conversation again.
That'll cure ugly. I heard lose in the market.
Can't be a bunch of these raiders. Yes, actually, while I'm here, retirement plan, huh? Yo, Roxy.
Hey, you remember the new gang?
She'll turn you into a walking
Good.
arsenal.
I had a hunter follow the trailer. If you only find a...
Nice. Tell her daily. You. Where is he? Hanging out behind Crater, apparently. Presumably because he lost and he's too embarrassed to show his face actually in Crater. This is a new spot. Welcome back. Oh, the BOS support build. And the boat. Nice, Steve. So what's he doing up here? Create a war room. Yeah, forget that out actually, it's gonna just over encumber me, so. He gets some things right, but I've had plenty of disagreements with him so far. That's an interesting new location. How we doing, Anjo? You alright? You built it and loved it and your friends didn't. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. You can always rebuild it if you change your mind, do something different. You almost wanted to agree with him in the same way he always wanted to agree with the xenophobe genocide later in the Brotherhood. Rule of law and protecting humanity. Yeah. He does have a point sometimes, but he's also not very good about the way he handles things.
Can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. That knight acts like some kind of righteous savior.
I told you. And they're only gonna get more confident.
I won't let them. Do we have their patrol routes yet? A couple ambushes ought to take them down a notch.
We'll have to discuss this later. We've got a visitor.
These guys are getting shot. We've got a mountain of skulls on the table, which is actually kind of cool. Including the one with a cigar in his mouth. I think I'll take the brightness down a little bit. I don't do anything about those iron lights. Not even real contrast, damn it! Can't do anything about the highlights, it's just stuck over exposed. Wonderful. That's pretty cool. Do you like that? So, dickhead, I let you live and now you're going to ambush us.
So,
don't get
really
a second
came.
chance.
Huh. To be honest,
Make sure he knows voice.
I didn't expect the Brotherhood to show its face around here with anything less than a fully armored battalion. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do for you, oh honorable emissary of steel?
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, right! The weapons! After they got forcibly confiscated from us, I almost forgot about them. See, the thing is...
You shot first.
You and your metal buddies put me in a pretty tight spot back
Huh.
there. There are people
That's
here
still
in
going
Crater
on there.
depending on me. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it back to them. So I prioritized a little bit. Getting home to those people was more important than being completely sincere to a group of heavily armed tyrants. So if you're looking for help with your little weapon problem, you can look somewhere else.
Don't you think you're being
Let's
stubborn,
see.
Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal. We can make use of that.
I see what you
We've
mean,
been
to be
over
fair.
this.
I do like
There's
her
no
voice as well.
compromising with people like the Brotherhood. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own motivations. Our visitor might have one worth talking about.
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. You should know that. I have nothing left to discuss. I've given you my answer, Initiate. Now for your sake, I'd suggest you don't stick around.
Some of the Brotherhood
Hey, you.
stuff this morning.
Don't leave yet. I've got something to say.
Ooh. This is getting slightly more interesting. He's still getting shot though. But I don't know. I still want to shoot him. Fun, but he glitched out trying to get out of Dagger's place. Can't say I've had any issues with that, but yeah, sometimes things go wrong. What's the stats on a T60? No idea, Tech Fine. Fairly standard with some reasonable mods on it. Apparently it's not showing up. Yep, if it's not... Oh, there it is. No. Pass. Whatever the normal stuff is, I think. There we go. Basically standard stuff. I haven't got anything on the arms, I don't think. With a few upgrades, actually. A few repairs. Looking at it. Yeah. Got some extra carry weight on one leg, but not on the other, apparently. As I haven't actually got the plan, I just found the mod, I think. Kinetics, so it's extra action points. Protocols is... I forget what it is. Oh, yeah, it gives you meds if you're down, I think. Maybe, something like that. And then targeting hard on the helmet. To be honest, I just like the T60 because it's the coolest looking one by like a million miles. This gives you the same issues as a lot of NPCs and Wastelanders. All the Scotch Fish Green Clear Fortress are super mutants, and yet they still try and stand up to you. Yeah. They should be very reluctant to give you shit, really, given what they know you've done. A lot of people try to electrocute you in a chair when you give them a chance. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Hun wasn't present on this one. Unfortunately, for some weird reason, the significant part of the environmental audio has gone down. Where did that guy get to? Yeah, my footsteps died down as well. That's an annoying bug, but that's nothing new. There he is. Okay. Thought though, Sheena. I don't really want to shoot Sheena. That's the thing. She seems reasonably agreeable.
Don't mind Pierce. He's stubborn. Holds too tightly to his morals.
I'm also about to get him
I'll
shot.
tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something in return. Interested?
Got a treasure hunter outfit on. Cool. Finally been waiting here for a chance to stick to those bucket heads. No. What do you want?
I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that
Not
sort of
gonna
thing,
happen.
right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. Then I'll tell you what you want to know.
Oh, there's the thing. What are you going to do with that data? How do you know about the scribes? Are you willing to portray Pierce like this? You might as well take this holotape back. I'm not giving you any intel. I'm quite happy to take the holotape, go back and stick fake data on it and give her that. But XO1 is not the coolest looking power armor. This is totally incorrect and false. What's that disputed thing Twitter put on there? Although it is definitely true that Han shot first. Although George Lucas recently came out and said why he made the change, which is interesting. Look at the optional objective. Yeah, last time I left it did not end well. Salt Valdez about the situation. Loaded. Ah, cool. Yeah, thought so.
Got the holotape?
Why should I give you this to you again?
Because you want to know where we got those Brotherhood logo rocket launchers from. And working with me is the only way you're going to find out.
That's kind of ruined it, actually, because I backed out the conversation.
Load
You're supposed to be able to back out and start over again. That was the point.
Info on it. Download the files, bring it back. I'll be here.
Yeah, that's very annoying. You're supposed to be able to back out the conversation and be fine with that. But for some reason, it's... Last time I ended up in a fight, and this time it's not allowed me to start the conversation over again. Which is dropping the ball a little bit. I'll go and consult with Scribe Valdez, and I'll shoot him on the way back. If I can. Because I don't want to screw anything up. Yeah, I rather thought there might be a fake adoption. But yeah, we've just got to that bit. Death Horseman skin. I don't remember that one. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Don't know if we're thinking to the same one. Talk to Burke in the back. Burke.
Hello.
Jesus.
To tally up the new raiders.
What do you do around here?
Guard places, lift things, kill people.
He's creepy. So you just do what everyone tells you.
Yeah, I like helping.
How do you feel about the Brotherhood?
They threaten my friends, so I'll take them down.
No, you won't.
Sacrifices are necessary.
Yeah. I'm not very good at talking.
Interesting fellow. Sure you're okay?
You don't have to talk to me if it bothers you.
I don't know anything about a war party. Nobody's told me anything about a war party yet.
They're my friends.
Look up to Pierce?
Pierce is kind. I owe him everything. If
He's
you
soon going to
hurt
be
him,
dead.
You'll pay.
Yeah, he just had to do as he was told. How do you feel about Sheena?
She's scary sometimes, but she does it for us. I would do the
Don't think
same.
she's scary at all.
Seriously, how hard is it to just stick with the plan?
Anyone else close around her?
No, I don't get along well. Sure. Okay.
Well, he was a bit weird.
Hands to yourself.
Excuse me? Not sure what she's implying there, but seems we're getting funny ideas. Now I'm getting even more sounds disappearing, which is good. Yeah, he's an interesting chap. Bit creepy. I assume he's going to crop up again in a bit. It's giving you goosebumps. Yeah, he reminds me of somebody. It might have been from a vampire game or something. Deal with the former raider, who is apparently right outside Crater. Where's the hunter? Down there. Screw that. I'm not going all the way back to my camp and then all the way back up here. Well, I could, actually. Not for the sake of a few caps, though. Lack of audio is very, very annoying. You might actually be in Crater, then. You're not supposed to come back here.
Seriously?
Hey, Roxy, dealt with the former raider.
Does anybody in this goddamn place understand the concept? Don't you go causing problems. Got enough on my plate.
Roxy,
Does anybody in this goddamn place understand the concept?
Clear day like this means nice, clean.
well, I wasn't expecting that. So that's cool.
I'd say it's time to pay those settlers.
Don't you go causing problems. Got enough on my plate. Loyalty.
Damn shit
Does
again.
anybody in this goddamn place understand the concept?
Thought they dealt with that bug. Apparently it's come back again. He thinks of these replies. It's a fair question, Melinda. Thanks for forgiving. Yeah, I think you'd have to go a bit more raider for that, then. He was just taking somebody apart just the other way. Yeah, he definitely does have a Pikmin vibe about him, doesn't he, Guy? Definitely. I do love the look of the T60 way more. Yeah, fair enough. Doesn't bother me much. It's just a bit weird.
Can I cross this name off my... Good. So you're due some... Now scram.
Right, sorted. And we actually have some sound again. So, back to you. What's that? Looks like I can get it to work. There we go. Yeah, I suppose it could be artistic. See if he gets get a bit more information about him as it goes on, maybe. Hardened, strengthened, ready leg, and a plan. Something else I didn't see. Ultralight trapper armor. Oh, for God's sake. I wanted to jump, not activate it. There we go. Marsupialon. Yeah, he definitely does have a creepy vibe. Mixed power armor. That's a lynching. I'd say a paddling, but that's just not harsh enough punishment.
Watch your step, it's a mess up here. Have
He's
a
awesome.
question. The past has the answers, but I'm not a bad backup.
That's quite a cool line. Loads of stuff we can ask. Okay, talk about Brotherhood.
Lucky for you, I know all about us.
Gender ambiguity and first definitive non-heterosexual male. Well, unless something's going to come up a bit on down the line, I haven't got much gender ambiguity off him or non-heterosexual vibes. There's just no details either way. Like the sciencey feel of the XO1. I can understand that. Got an kind of alien look though for me. Just something so badass and kind of more Brotherhood about T60. So what is it?
We're an order dedicated to the preservation of science
In her
and
words,
technology.
get out of my face.
We find and catalog knowledge from before the bombs and keep it safe.
Sure, I've asked her this before.
You could say that. You could also say we have no right to keep
Yes,
knowledge
she
to
is
ourselves.
lovely.
That everyone deserves to learn. We get that from time to time. I can see the argument, but I believe in our mission. Nobody else does what we do. If not for us, all the old tech would just rust away.
Fair enough. And honestly, a lot of people can't be trusted with it. I mean, people keep launching nukes after they've killed the Scottish Peace Queen once. That just goes to show. Where did your group come from?
California, all the way across the continent. I've read that people used to fly that distance in a few hours, but the trek took us months. Maybe eventually we'll get flying again, but for now it's an arduous journey.
Yeah, not one you'd rush to repeat. Welcome to
We're here to
Appalachia.
help the people of Appalachia, and to catalog any technological discoveries we find. We set up Fort Atlas to that end. This old observatory has a wealth of technology to discover, and is a good staging point for future operations. We also want to learn the fate of the old Appalachian chapter of our order. MIA. Presumed KIA.
Been presumed dead, yes. Very dead. I can answer questions for that. Oh yeah, they got themselves killed. The book is a kid that you could change bottom, middle and top pages and mix up what people were wearing. Hated it. Yeah, Valdez is lovely. The one with Black Raider. Mothman headlight eyes. Now that, I wouldn't mind those headlights. Buying the bundle just have the craftable headlight. Yeah, definitely. Learned what happened to Scott shot them in the end.
Yeah. To be honest, that's what I expected to hear. At least they died trying to make a difference. May they rest in peace. I knew some of them from a distance, but it's better if we don't get into that now.
Paradise is the Queen fight. Nice.
The wasteland is hell. Stay vigilant, Initiate.
So I hate Xion. Who leads
The
Brotherhood?
Council of Elders, chief among them, High Elder Maxon, our founder. He proclaimed our mission and set us on the path we followed.
This
today.
is getting weird now.
Our expedition leader is
hell.
She's an aggressive and daring commander who's taken us through many trials.
I have other questions.
What do you want to know?
I'll be back in a minute when your friend here has stopped
I'll be here if you need anything.
sexually assaulting me. I think.
Free from America to rebuild America. Take the old and forge it anew.
Not really what I had in mind there, hon. You might want to, like, buy me dinner first or something.
Here to lend a hand. What can I do for you? Or did you come
Oh,
to
dear.
lend a hand?
Like to ask about being a scribe.
Sure. What needs explaining?
What are you doing?
We're the heart of the Brotherhood's mission to find, catalog, and preserve pre-war technology. Though sometimes in practice, well, let's just say I spend a lot of time calibrating things.
Thank you, Heavy Gunner. Yeah, nice. Some more purple eyes. Definitely liked. Michael Scribes.
We record things. Histories, schematics, every bit of knowledge we can get our hands on.
Blackbird T60.
We collect it all,
pretty
compile
cool.
it, and keep it safe, like old
This is a good
scholars
look.
or monks. Our name harkens back to that ancient tradition, so that's why we use it.
Can I become a scribe? Well, actually, I don't want to, but...
Someday, you have what it takes. I've seen that much. I'd have you promoted here and now if I could.
No.
But the Brotherhood is slow to trust outsiders. You'll have to keep working for it. Be patient, put in your time, and know that I have your back.
That's my camera paint. Yeah, never bothered me so much.
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
These caps not worry about scrapping your camera. I see the appeal there. Talk about what we uncovered in the substructure.
Sure. Always happy to talk tech with an initiate.
Quantum skin. Not bad. No regular Nuka-Cola. Yeah, those are quite good. They're a bit too odd for my taste. Mind you, not that the Captain Cosmos isn't, but... Your plans for the ultralight power
I'd like to
cell?
reverse engineer it and make more, of course. With the amount of energy it can unleash, we could power all kinds of things for a very long time. Think of how far a vertibird could fly on ultrasight power.
Good talk. Can you revive the project?
No, I don't think so. As much as I'd love to, we're too short-handed, and I just don't have that kind of expertise. We'll have to make do with learning what we can from the project for now.
We have to cut ourselves free from America.
Had so many cats saying this Nuka skin plant. Yeah, I can imagine.
Sure thing. What's the next topic?
Right, I have a situation involving the Raiders.
Raiders, huh? If they're anything like the Raiders we've encountered on the expedition route, then my guess is the situation isn't pretty. All right. How can I help?
They have some important information, but they're asking for information about us in return.
I think I understand. The funny thing about data is you don't know what's real or not. Not unless you gathered it yourself. To be honest, I was working on encrypting my terminal for this kind of situation. So, if anyone accessed it who wasn't supposed to, they would just get false info and none would be the wiser. I didn't finish, but you can still use the fake data I created. Should be clearly labeled in the files. Just, don't select the wrong one. This is the raiders we're talking about. It'd be bad news if they got an advantage on us. Worse, if the Knight found out it was because of me.
An effective way to betray them, but not gonna do that. So, she's got something set up. Nice. Are you worried about unauthorized pick access in the
It's
terminal?
not likely to happen anytime soon, but an enemy could use our names, skills, and history to trick other members or develop a targeted strategy. I may also begin storing schematics and stockpile records on there. Right now, the Knight is doing it all by hand. Well, for now, I just hope we don't make too many enemies. I don't expect much from the raiders, but maybe they're smarter than they give off.
A little bit, maybe. Programmer 2?
Well, you know, just trying to help where I can. Rusty nails and live wires are fun and
You
all,
finish
but
off the other
sometimes
series
it's
once you
also
get
nice
power
to
on
write
this
code
place.
without having to get my hands
Yeah, I might
dirty.
consider collecting a bit more at that point, to be honest, Gray, as well. What did you say? Yeah, I see. Nice to write some code without Aaron's
Not
dirty
a problem.
well.
I'm here to help.
Mind you, she's wearing gloves, so there's always that.
We are all links in the chain, bound in Brotherhood. Recruits, missions, training, weapons, and a base like this? We're gonna be invincible.
Brotherhood chapter scrolls. Those personal logs. Oh, load Sheena's hard tape in, okay.
I wonder what legacy I'll leave to the scrolls.
Property of the Raiders, don't even think about touching this if you're not one of us. The road's empty. Download data dummy files. Down hard tape to Sheena. Nice. Good work, Valdez. Not massively surprised she had a solution for that. That's basically what I'd have done.
Robots everywhere, but all standard models. Surely there's something more to...
I'd have given them fake data as well. That's what it took to get what I needed. Had some people having issues with it today. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I've never actually got the key for them, to be honest, Steve. I don't think I've ever done that quest line. With me, I just gotta look up where it starts and then work through it, but I've never got around to it.
Don't they know we were here first?
Off to bed, Paul. Have a good night. Catch you next week, hopefully.
Maybe I can get that old watch working tonight. She'll make a pretty good detonator.
Tell me.
Hey, what's up?
So I have 500 and I win every day. Yeah, I can believe it. System.
Hey, you've got
Yo.
the holotape?
I have.
Good, thanks. The weapons don't have one source. Some of them we looted off a group of unfortunate settlers. We've also traded them among ourselves. Some old friends visited Crater a while back wielding that firepower, claiming they earned it in a fight. They were bragging about it till the day they left. Said they sent some big armored folks running. I can't confirm that the losers were Brotherhood, but that was your logo on the side of those weapons, wasn't it? Doesn't matter to me. Nah, I told you what I know. With any luck, we won't talk again.
You mean the Settlers Foundation had them too?
Yep. They may or may not have more, but they've definitely come in contact with them.
The other raiders you got the weapons from, where did they come from?
West. They said they passed through Ohio before coming here. I don't know how much further out they went.
So obviously not far behind the Brotherhood then. Do they say anything else about the fight?
They wouldn't shut up about it, so I learned to tune it out pretty quick. But I do remember them passing around a helmet with a bullet hole through its visor. A trophy from the Fallen. Don't change your mind. This was a one-time offer, and it's one that neither of us will speak of again.
Nice, so report to Night Xion. Presumably we'll be off to Foundation before too long. Now we're done with that. The asshole. Yeah, I expected it. Guy needs to come down with a big case of dead for trying to screw me over. That's in the nuclear coal plant toilets. Yeah, we'll have to do it at some point. Back to Atlas to report to Night Xion. Interesting name, Grimbath. I just take it to mean like a really depressing time in the bath, but there we go. I mean, real question, no idea how they managed to figure it out in the first place. Disconnected wild goose chase ever. Oh, if there's clues to where stuff is, that'll do it. That's fine, but
If this order puts up half the fight they see,
if it's just a case of, oh, you find these cards, they're somewhere, and gives you no more information than that, that will be a struggle. You can plant keys to random spawns, so it's not guaranteed to drop. Oh, that's something. I'll have to look into it eventually.
Doing okay. What were their names again? It started with an N.
Another complaint. Shin's certainly winning us friends here.
Yep, sounds about right, Romani.
Ad Victoriam, initiate.
Yeah, that's not Night Xion unless he's gotten much nicer and had a sex change. You never know, but I think the sex change is more likely than him getting nicer.
Returned from crater. Standing by for your report.
Need to have Valdez take another look at my armor.
Rogue's got the weapons, 2 sources, possibly more.
That's not what I was hoping to hear. All right. Tell me about the sources.
Yeah, for now. Have a good night, bud. Catch you next week, hopefully. Alien Stonehenge non-quest. Yeah, I haven't found that one either yet. Some came from the settlers of Foundation.
Foundation 2. This is bad. Worse than I thought. At this rate, all of Appalachia will be toting these rocket launchers. All because of... Forgive me, Initiate. I lost my composure.
Come on, spit it
We
out.
need to follow up with Foundation as soon as possible.
Yeah, I can do that much more easily. I don't deal with the fact they don't particularly like me very much. I'll have to report about this. Foundation really a concern?
Peaceful
Not
or
really.
not, civilians should not have access to that kind of technology. It's too easy for things to go wrong. Take the Great War as an example. That catastrophe is the inspiration for our mission today.
Dang, what caused
You
all?
don't have clearance for that information, Initiate. Proceed with your report.
Simply to say, tell me how, or I won't bother completing the report.
the other
But... Group of raiders traveling from the west said they end it in a battle.
See. And are those raiders still at Crater?
Sound like they were just
Can't be
visiting.
helped then. We need to focus on Appalachia for the moment.
Come into contact with these raiders?
Without more information, it's impossible to say. We fought plenty of raider groups across the entire expedition route.
That's all I've got from
So
that
that's
one.
everything. That was a thorough report. The Brotherhood appreciates your diligence looking into this matter. Our next step is to deal with Foundation. Paladin Romani already had plans to establish contact, so she'll want to hear about this. No need to expound everything. I'll follow up later with a more detailed report.
I'm going to tell her everything. How did the Brotherhood lose the weapons in first place?
That's classified information, Initiate. Not every operation runs perfectly. All you need to know is that we're fixing it.
Something went belly up and they lost them. Raiders mentioned a knight's helmet.
A knight's helmet? It must be. 2 other knights embarked with us from the west coast. Knight Thornberry returned partway through the journey. Knight Connors gave his life in honorable service to the Brotherhood. Show the proper respect when asking about him. To think they held onto his helmet like a trophy. It's unforgivable.
I'd get it back if I could.
Ad Victoriam.
What did I get this time?
For your sake, I hope this is a scheduled visit, Initiate.
Impacts red eye purified water pulse grenade. Nothing particularly spectacular there. Flying demands. Survive Appalachia, the Brotherhood must work with the settlers of Foundation. Very true. And on that particular note, I think we'll head back to my gaff. Yeah, well, the keys, do you think it's no longer dropping? Or one's no longer dropping? Don't know. Can't imagine it would stop, but possible, I suppose. Not a big fan of the Brotherhood's armour. Generally fine with it, but I'm not a big fan of the orange jumpsuits they wear. What makes... I'm not sure where the orange jumpsuits came from and whether or not they were wearing them at all in the early games. I assume they were entirely in power on first games. But, you know, they look like pilots' jumpsuits, so vertebrate-related stuff, which I don't think they should really have access to. Well, no, Scribe Valdez has already said they don't have the means to fly at the moment, so they don't have vertebrates. So... it would definitely be strange that they're wearing those kind of jumpsuits at this point in time, unless they're intended to be like undersuits for power armor, not for vertebrates. Might explain it. Also explain why the scribes aren't wearing them as well. So, I don't know, if you never see them at power armor in the early games, which I don't know either way, then that would account for it, I guess. More plastic than I thought I had there. Tiny little bit tucked away. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get rid of some of my excess of legendaries. But that should about do. As time is ticking on. Good enough, George. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Light suit for your tin suit. Yeah, that makes more sense to me, right? Certainly works better as even if it's a retroactive change. It makes more sense as from a long-term standpoint. So it explains why they're wearing them now and in 200 years. Doesn't really explain why they haven't upgraded them much. Romani's outfit's quite cool though. Ooh. Is I don't know, different officers type maybe. Oh, that's cool anyway. Bit of a cough today. Don't think it's anything major, though. So, where are we? We're on 27th already. Times when you chariot and all that. First, third. Fair enough. It's workable. Right, welcome, Steve. Hope you enjoyed. Hope we brightened up your day a little bit. So, the plan this weekend, I have a Through the Keyhole coming out, which will either be tomorrow or Sunday. I don't quite know which. I'm hoping tomorrow. Everything's more or less on track for it. But my neighbour's having some building work done, so if builders are making a racket tomorrow, it's literally right outside the window, so if that's going on all day, then I won't be able to record, obviously, so if that is the case, then it'll go out on Sunday. Sunday instead, but hopefully tomorrow. Either way, do watch out for that. Ugh, my nose is tickling now. So next week we'll jump back in and we'll be tackling some more of Steel Dawn, and I'm planning on doing a bit of a big opening session for all of the more minor pails that I pick up, because I've got an absolute ton of them, so hopefully we'll get some good stuff out of that. But that should be reasonably cool. And then, yeah, pushing on with the story. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying it so far. I've got a bit of stuff going on. I'm a bit peeved about those two conversations, though. You're supposed to be able to back out. That's the whole thing behind the function, and then start over. And the fact that it just puts you straight into a fight, and instead, when you back out, it's like, no. And then not being able to get back into conversation at the start again when I did there was, again, no. Shouldn't be working like that. It's not that it's a bug, really. It's just not being consistent in the design, which is very annoying. So, not a big fan of that fact, but otherwise it's fine. At least I'll know what to expect when I go through it with my other character, my heavy gunner, who will probably not be siding with the raiders overly heavily either, but we'll take a slightly different approach, I think. Yeah, Tokyo should be good fun. But some pretty cool camps, got some really, really cool decorations that I've found in some places. So that's really cool. And some interesting odds and ends as well that I may or may not drop in. We'll see what happens with some stuff. That should be cool. Make him a cup of tea, Builder's always stop for that. Yeah, that'll work. Lean over the wall. Yeah, it did it the Wayward. It's done it somewhere else as well that's caught me out with as well, Belinda. Like the Wayward I knew about, so I didn't get caught out there. But, yeah, I think somewhere else caught me out as well, which was a little bit aggravating, but, yeah, what can we do? We'll get it sorted. Well, it's not the end of the world, it's just, you know, I wanted to go through the conversation, and especially with conversations like that, they force you into the conversation rather than you activating it to start. Not being able to then back out of it and do it your own way is kind of annoying. But, you know, I guess we can't have everything, so there is that too. My 2 cents. You can always send them in if you want to, Belinda. Just, if you have a look on the community page on the channel, there is a post on there showing you like all the details on how to send camps in if you want to. As, I do it through pictures anyway, so it doesn't really matter what console you're on, or system you're on. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do it that way, so I can specifically show off stuff that's on systems other than PC as well. So it works quite well for that. Yeah. Have a look on the community page if you're interested. All the stuff's over there. All the info, that is. Speaking of info, I'm rather late to mention this. I meant to mention it at the start of the stream, but a couple of new additions been finally dropped into the merch store. We've got, so far we've got some new mouse mats up there, which is looking quite cool. I'll pick those up. Well, I'll pick one of those up for myself already, so looking forward to having that arrive. If all goes according to plan, I'm kind of looking into mugs at the minute. right now I'm not completely convinced by the current design and the way they look and stuff. So I've got one of those on order as well. We'll see what happens, and when it arrives I'll make a decision on whether or not to put that in there. The design looks good, but the way it's printed onto the mug and the preview images I have available are a bit iffy, so I can't really be sure until I actually get that sorted. So hopefully that'll be coming on down the line. But either way, we have some pretty cool extra large mouse mats on there now in a range of styles as well, so that's cool. Well, range of colours. But if you're interested in such things, much to a link down in the description, or you can put exclamation point merch into chat and it will pop up. Does it mean I've looked at your email? I'm not sure, possibly. It's been a little while since I've actually looked at them, so I need to catch up. The thing, some ways leaving it in the email inbox is just, it's not easy to keep it organised. I don't lose stuff that way. But I do need to check stuff. Yes, as in coffee cups. Well, if you do pick one up, Gray, what you do with it is entirely up to you, including taking a wrench to it, but it would seem like a bit of a waste. So yeah, as I say, hopefully tomorrow, if not, it'll be Saturday for the video. After that, we'll be back on Monday with more Steel Dawn and Horizon Zero Dawn on Tuesday and Thursday. And we're going to do more Fallout on Wednesday and Friday as well. So to the usual one. Speaking of not trusting mugs, I think, to be honest, I'm going to shelve Prey for the foreseeable future. As, when it comes right down to it, I'm not really enjoying the game, so short on time, and I'm not having a lot of fun with it, so kind of not much point in continuing on it. So we'll focus on Horizon and Fallout for now in the run-up to the next few weeks, and then Cyberpunk will be just around the corner, so that is roaring up on us. Less than 2 weeks now, so keep us busy. Wifey prints, mugs, mats, and all sorts of... Interesting stuff. For now, I'm doing okay with setup I've got, but I will probably upgrade at some point in the future. See what happens. But right now, this particular version cost me nothing to set up, so that's a definite bonus. And I know a few of you are enjoying it, Stella, but to be honest, just wasn't enjoying the game. Enjoyed the streams, I did not enjoy playing the game, so the way it goes. Funny thing is, I played a little bit of Dishonored way back when. I didn't get very far with that and didn't... something about that kind of was a bit off-putting as well. I'll have to go back and play that again at some point. I'm really not sure on that one. I'm a bit vague as it was a couple of years ago now. But it may just be that Arcane style is not my cup of tea. But I definitely want to check Dishonored out again, at least on my time, if nothing else, before Deathloop comes out. Because Deathloop may or may not be something I enjoy. I don't know. But if it turns out I'm not a fan of Arcane style, then I'm not going to play Deathloop. But if it's just I'm not a fan of Prey, then that would be different. But we'll have to see. Until I actually check it out again and try it, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really over the moon about having another unfinished game. I've got plenty of those as it is. But yeah, kind of slogging through something I'm not enjoying, especially on short time, is just, nah. To get through it, I'd have to give up my weekends. And giving up my weekends to do something that's not fun does not seem like a great idea. Or not fun to me, anyway. It's an odd balance, because I do enjoy the streaming, even when I'm playing Prey. But I just don't enjoy playing the game, so kind of weird. Well, what can we do? Either way, by the time I've got Horizon done, I'm fully expecting actually next weekend to be doing an extra Horizon stream just to make sure we get it done in time for Cyberpunk. But we'll see. We might get through it in the usual streams. We've got 3 more coming up. But we'll have to see whether or not it fits. It was supposed to be a Halloween thing, yeah. I did want to get through it, but... that's the other thing. I got the impression from everything I read before playing it that it was a really short game. And I got into playing it, and it's really not. I don't know. I think the thing that got me about it is it just doesn't gel with the way I like to play games. It's a really cool idea and stuff, and I really like the concept and the setup and everything, but it just doesn't fit with the way I like to play, I guess. But there we go. What can we do? So, yeah, all that good stuff coming up next week. For those who haven't already, I'm sure you're well aware where the social media links are. There's actually clickable ones in the description if you want to save yourself some typing. And if you're really interested in such things, channel membership's down there as well on the blue button, which is humongously appreciated and helpful. Thank you very much to everybody who has recently renewed. I noticed that one popping up recently, so massive thanks to everybody on that one. A couple of shiny new blue badges there. So yeah, as I say, video over the weekend and back to the streaming next week, and we'll see. Hopefully we'll have a bit more news and a bit more other bits and pieces going on like that next week, because we had the launch of Steel Dawn this week, which came out of nowhere, and then Thursday's video would have basically been a repeat of Tuesday's, Wednesday morning, whichever way you want to look at it. So yeah, there wasn't much point in making the same video again 2 days later. So hopefully we'll have some cool stuff to go on next week. Got some ideas. Yeah, tinker with probably tinker with the shelters as well. And beyond that, I'll have to see. I did have some ideas for something, but I've now forgotten what it is. So I've got to get in the habit of writing stuff down. Made a better notebook that's appealing to use, and it's not not covered with a ton of post-it notes. Mind you, I'm about to run out of post-it notes, so there's that too. Yeah, upon Fallen Order because it felt like Star Wars Dark Souls. I can understand that guy. I actually really enjoyed Fallen Order. Played it a little bit for recently. Again, didn't get right the way through it this time, but got about halfway, I think. Yeah, I felt it worked quite well. Pulling off lightsaber combat in an action-based game is not the easiest to do, so I don't see why they went down the road they did. But it kind of was Dark Souls meets Uncharted with, or Tomb Raider maybe, with Star Wars. And Cal was not the most likeable character either. Some of the others I really like, but not so much Cal. I hope when they inevitably and eventually do a sequel to Fallen Order, it focuses on Merrin, is it? The Night Sister? I'd like to see her becoming a Jedi in between the sort of trying to become a Jedi alongside Cal and all the others, and have it more focused on her story. I think that would be a really interesting way to go. As to whether or not they do, who knows? We'd also avoid the need for Cal to kind of lose all his skills again. Would kind of be stupid. So Merrin having to learn the Jedi side of skills would work well. She could also have a few Night Sister powers already in place as well, which would be quite cool. You like the shelter splendor? That's cool. Yeah, one of the camps I've got coming up over the weekend does actually have a shelter in it, so it'll be the first one. I'll do the odd one. I think I'll probably do this one in the utility room, and I probably won't bother with any of the other vault ones. Not worth spending atoms on something that does not inspire me that much, which vault building doesn't. But we'll see what the new shelters are going to look like on down the line, because I know there's a load of different styles that are not vaults as well that they've got lined up, so those are a bit more interesting to me. I've been keeping up with The Mandalorian. I have not, Cade, no. I've watched the first series, very, very much enjoyed it, apart from the Twi'leks, they were god-awful. Other than that, very much enjoyed it. And I do want to watch the second series, but I don't have any subscriptions running at the moment, and for now, not going to either, so when I eventually get around to getting Disney Plus back up and running again, I'll watch it, but until then... Yeah, definitely. I see the odd thing here and there pop up on Twitter about it, but I managed to avoid spoilers so far, so I'm quite pleased about that. Definitely looking forward to it. Cool. Did enjoy it. The first series had some moments that were really cool, and they hark back to some interesting stuff, and yeah, I like the style and everything as well. The technology used for it's absolutely fascinating as well. Star Wars once again pioneering the cutting edge of you know, special effects and technology with the way they're filming stuff. Instead of using green screens and blue screens now, they've literally got basically a wraparound digital kind of TV screen that literally projects the background, so the camera is filming as if it's in the space, even though it's basically on a screen, which is really, really cool. Amazing piece of technology. And like when you're designing that sort of thing, apparently you can literally just hold an iPad up to the kind of blank screen that will show everything, and just move the iPad round, and the camera will do like an augmented reality thing on an iPad and show you what you're going to be putting where in the world before you've even got it all activated, which is pretty awesome. Mandalorian's the only reason you're subscribed at the moment, okay? Yeah, it probably would be for me as well. There might be some other bits and pieces my other half might want to watch, but stuff from Davey. He hasn't ruined anything yet. But if it did become an issue, I'd probably just like block certain words, so. Right, you're back on Rogue One again there, Stella. Yeah, that made absolutely no sense. Fair enough. But that is not the impression that I came away from it with at all. He blatantly was romantically interested in her, even if she wasn't the other way around. And yeah, it just didn't... It felt wrong after everything going on there. That whole ending scene, anyway. Now the scene with Vader, that was badass. But yeah, it did kind of annoy me that the whole thing with Saw Gerrera only exists in the movie to have Saw Gerrera in the movie. It doesn't actually do anything for the story at all. Came away from watching that, I was like, it's literally a third or more of the movie and it's done nothing. Struggle with giving money to Disney. You can understand that. Yeah, they are a bit much. They do get a bit much sometimes, Disney, but on the other hand, they're kind of buying up half the world, but then Microsoft's buying up the other half, so, you know, really far too much into it. I don't know. Well, maybe I'm not reading enough into it. I feel like that's more the problem, to be honest, though. Yeah. That's definitely one of Vader's best scenes ever. Off to bed, Belinda. Fair enough. I shall know you're doing something very similar soon, because I'm still failing miserably to get any sleep, so. Fingers crossed I'll sort something out on that front before long. Yeah. In fact, I could do with a drink and a wind down towards going to bed myself, so. I think it's probably about time I did that. Yeah, Amazon and Google are both hard work at times as well. Amazon more than Google, to be honest. Look at the mess, well, Twitch is making, but that's Amazon again, so. Twitch have basically screwed themselves into a corner and they can't get themselves out of it, so. Is what it is. I didn't think the three movies... Well, I haven't seen the most recent Star Wars movie, but I didn't think the others were bad. That they weren't as good. And they suffered from not being written by a person who created the entire goddamn universe and understands it inside and out. Yeah. They could very easily have taught George Lucas into staying on in a sort of creative consultant role and had a lot more consistency, and even if he wasn't doing all of the heavy lifting, he could have just kind of made sure they were going in the right direction with stuff a lot more. And instead they threw out everything he had and took it in completely the wrong direction, so ballsed it up. But it wasn't bad, it's just, the problem is it's a Star Wars movie. So, if you take something that has always been excellent and it just has a good day, that good day looks bad because you're used to it being excellent. Like, and I've seen Metallica live like 4 or 5 times now, and on one occasion I saw them and they were having a bit of an off day. It wasn't that they were bad by any stretch, they were actually very, very good. Problem is, they're usually absolutely mad good, like one of the best live bands around. So, next to their usual performances, just being really good, didn't actually look as good. They have the same problem with Star Wars. Yeah. To be honest, so did Abrams. Abrams just remade it in A New Hope first time round, so... an emo version of A New Hope, so what can you do? Not that it was a bad movie, but of course it wasn't a bad movie. A New Hope was a good movie, and they just remade it. Yeah. That great, so it'd be good. It's halfway through. Yeah. Feel like he's a good visual director, but not necessarily the best for characters. J.J. Abrams. Mind you, not that George Lucas was the best director by any stretch, but it was his writing that was the big thing, not his direction. Rose was alright, yeah. Did like Rose. Email, is that the whole thing? Well, apparently, yeah, according to Star Wars, it's still a thing. The war documentary following scrapping around Northern soldiers. So the Super Soldier shows up and slaughters everyone. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it, though, bro. Like I say, you actually just look at that whole scene with Saw. There's literally... It doesn't do anything. It doesn't advance the story. It doesn't go anywhere. It just interrupts it for the sake of having the character in there. Which is pointless. Literally, like 45 minutes of totally wasted time. Film should be, an hour and 15 minutes long. And ditch that bit. Not that I object to the character or anything. The character's great, but shoehorning him in for the sake of having him in there is a very bad move. The Darth Maul was rather cool. Did he Lost? I don't recall him being associated with Lost, but I don't recall Lost that well either. So I think Lost came along at a time when my dad was watching it, but I think it was around about when I turned 18, so I had better things to be doing. I don't know if my liver disagrees, but yeah, staying home watching TV wasn't what I was doing. Saying your project slowed him away and the story trailed off. Think it's possible. What was Super Soldier sounds like a movie you'd watch. Yeah. It would be entertaining, right? Have a good night, Steve. Yeah, definitely time for me to wind down anyway. So, video over the weekend, hopefully tomorrow. Failing that, if Bill is noisy, it'll be on Sunday. And then back to the usual streaming rotation on Monday. You're watching Lost because you guys enjoy it. Oh, that's cool. So, hope you all have a good weekend. Have fun, stay safe, all that good stuff. Those of you in the US are presumably spinning out the whole Thanksgiving thing for a nice 4-day weekend, and I don't blame you. So have a good one, stay safe on that as well. And for the rest of us, I hope you just chill, put your feet up and have a good time. And yeah, it's time for me to head to bed. You know where all the other stuff is down here, we've done that already. So I do hope you do all that, and we'll join the Brotherhood of Steel on Monday, I guess, which should be fun. I'm quite enjoying it. I'm liking some of the characters. Shin annoys me, and I do generally want to hit him with the butt of my rifle quite a lot. But that's better than him not getting a reaction at all, so that is cool. Anyway, folks, I'm going to wind down, so have a good night, have a good weekend, have a good day if you're just getting up, and I will see you all on the other side. Thank you all for hanging out. Have a good one. See you then.